Right, everything should be good, everything should be working. Let's give this a bash and hope it doesn't crash. What's happening? We're back. Champions League. We did pretty good midweek, so I'm in a very, very optimistic mood for this one. We should be able to continue this streak and continue a little good bit of form. We haven't lost in a while, so that's very nice. Although the last two games have been very different perspective, drawing draws, so to speak. You know, the 2-2 against Aberdeen. And then the 0-0 against Atalanta, I'd say it was basically, you know, Rodgers making a deal with God to be like, yeah, we'll fuck it with these guys as long as you use a point against them. Worthwhile trade. We're back next week though. There's no, you know, deals with the devil that need to be happening this time, so we should win this comfortably. How yous all day? Nice to see you, Caden. You're getting the shout-outs first as always. Love to see you. Hope you're well as well, mate. Enjoy yourself, man. Hopefully this is a good enough game. How you doing, James? Nice to see you, man. Plenty of chances. We should have enough to win. We definitely should. The build-up in the team is definitely something you would say is pretty damn respectable. How you doing, Craig? Nice to see you, mate. Hello to you as well. First cut is, I'd say it's a bit of a tough match. I mean, Motherwell are certainly no team to scoff at. Right now they are 5th, pushing for potentially 4th. I think, yeah, actually, because Dundee United lost last night against Aberdeen with that late goal. If Motherwell do win today, they do go up to 4th, right? So it's not as if they're not playing for anything. We're also going to keep tabs on the St Mirren and Rangers game as well, just because they're kicking off at the same time. There's a little tab down at the bottom, and I'll just have the live score playing alongside there, so you can keep up to date with that. So if they fuck it in that game, which might not really happen, I'll be honest, but if it does, you'll see it in real time as well. How yous doing, Snitch? Nice to see you as well, man. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Rabin Nice, good to see you, man. I'd love to see you as well. Robert, happening, how you doing, man? And Sunset, oh Jesus, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. Hope you're well. How you doing tonight? Well, I'd say tonight it's afternoon, although I don't know if your time zone's a bit different, Cheap. But I think for all intents and purposes we should be good. We'll give you a quick little peek at the teams and lineups right now, just make sure everything's up and loaded and fine. But Motherwell, as you would expect, they've kind of came out with something different. But here's our lineup, and it's a good lineup at that. We've got Schmeichel starting in between the sticks. That is about what you would expect, let's be honest. But Johnston, after the kind of question being raised over whether he would be played after the kind of late injury in the game midweek against Atalanta, he has been picked to start. And not only that, as Chateau was pointing out to me just before we went live, Johnston's got the captaincy for today, which I think is honestly respectable, although James Forrest might feel a bit miffed concerning the fact he's been a servant for the past like fucking 15 odd years. I feel like he'd be a little bit hard done by, let's be honest. But I think the rest of that lineup makes sense. We've been asking to see this midfield for a long time, right? Anyone that's been in the community Discord, which you can join if you would like to, by the way, there's a bunch of different like teams and formations we've wanted to see. We've wanted to see Paulo Bernardo play central for a while. Flash can attest to that. He will be joining me for this game as well. In case you do not know, if you haven't read the description, go and check his channel out. Try to get him towards 100 as fast as possible. He's gained a couple of laugh streams, so if you want to help him out, that's the best way to do it. But I think I'm in the same boat as you, David. I think it's a very good team. I don't see there being too many problems with this one at all. I think this should be straightforward in most aspects. But again, Motherwell can cause some problems. We do know a few faces in that team. Obviously, Lennon Miller's the big shout. A lot of people are more than happy to kind of say that he is definitely the key player for Motherwell's side, but they do have some really decent players that can cause some problems as well. I think if you look across, obviously Andy Halliday, he'll always have that grudge against us. Ewan Wilson's a solid player as well, actually used to represent Albion Rovers, fun fact. Balmore, Gordon and O'Donnell are the back line. We know Stephen for the Scottish lineup, and Oxford is actually an alright young goalkeeper as well. He's doing himself a solid justice, but it's this fella up here, I'm going to butcher his name, forgive me for doing so, but I think it's Stamatopoulos or something like that. Either way, he's the one to watch. He's a very, very solid player. I'm just going to call him Stama, right? So that's going to be the summarisation of that part, because fuck pronouncing Greek names that take more than 2 seconds to actually give a shit about. But Sparrow, he's going to be playing off the other side, and again, Balmer's probably one to watch as well, because he's had a pretty respectable defensive outing for Motherwell the last few games. And like I said, they are fighting, in case you haven't seen the table, they're 5th. If they win today, they go above Dundee. So they are looking for something here. And like I said, Rangers, if they do mess up against St Mirren, which, again, let's be honest, doesn't seem too likely, but if they do, then Motherwell could potentially, if they win convincingly anyway, move themselves up the table. So this is going to be an interesting one for all intents and purposes. I think across the line it should be interesting, but I like the way we've played. I wasn't expecting Johnston to start, but I'll take it. McCowan, Bernardo, Watati, always good. Forrest starting out in the right, always nice. Gives us a bit of pace and diversity, but I think he will just be raging that his brother scored in midweek in Europe, and he's like, fuck it, I want on the score sheet now. Can't I have him saying that and lording me over the Christmas table going, I've scored and you've no? Aye, I think he's going to try and change that today. But for Ashley starting up front makes sense, because we did start Ida in the last game. game. I think overall, pretty damn respectable. Easy game, it's not Dortmund since there's the only team that can beat us, send us Motherwell back in. Well, that's fair enough. But I like Motherwell, I've got no bad blood towards them. You know, like I said, they'd probably be my team that I'd support if Celtic didn't exist. Listening from the A9 motorway, hell yeah, probably the worst motorway there is. I'd love to see it. I hope you're well as well, Megan. Enjoy yourself, man. We'll do our best to make it as entertaining for you as possible. But I think, obviously, the key things to look out for with the way Motherwell play, it's just about systematic styles, right? They play with the same way Atalanta do, with the kind of fluid 3 and 5 back formation, but nowhere near as effective. The midfield three, like I said, that seems to be their key players. They've got a couple of players like Halliday, like Miller, that can definitely cause it. And again, I'm going to try and pronounce the guy in the middle, but I think it's Zdrojowski or Strudkovsky. Yeah, Strukovsky. I think it's the ZD. Aye, Strugovsky. I got it right. I think it's Strugovsky. Still not going to try and pronounce it on number 14. But the rest of the team makes sense. I think they're going to cause some problems. So there's definitely options there. So yeah, I think this one is going to be pretty damn good. And like I said, we're joined by Flash as well, just so that he can give us a bit of a different perspective on things. We've had a little bit of an issue with Discord, but there's like a second or so delay, so if I bring him in for something, there'll probably be about a second or so between me speaking and him speaking, so we'll do our best to make it work. But like I said, he's starting his Celtic channel now, he's starting to get everything up and rolling, he's starting to become one with the boys, so we do appreciate it if you go over and give him a bit of help. It'd be damn well nice. And also, I don't know if you're seeing this, Jordan, if you're watching this hungover or anything, mate, if you're coming in at any point, and if you're just watching it at VOD, I hope you had a fantastic day out yesterday, man. Absolute bless. He had his concert, and I'm pretty sure it went as well as you could ask, so hope it was good, man. But it's not exactly a quiet Fir Park as well, by the way. They've actually came with some amount of fans. It's not a bad turnout at all. Oh, you're more than welcome to join us, man. All we really do in the Discord, we just talk shit about football, sport as a whole, bunch of different things. We were covering baseball a few days ago. If Gaz is in here, we were talking about that. You know, I'm watching the World Series. I mean, the Dodgers were fantastic, man, but Shohei Ohtani got his fucking shoulder basically ripped apart, so that was fun. How you doing, Joseph? Nice to see it, man. Brendan loves to throw a curveball. I wouldn't even say this as a curveball. A lot of us have been saying that we've wanted to see what would happen if we take McGregor out the team and have Bernardo as that centrepiece, just to give our key men in the middle some fitness minutes, because we know McCowan can play on the right hand side, we know Bernardo can play on the left or the right hand side. It's just to see if this is a more enveloped midfield. You would have kind of imagined that they've kind of went with the approach of just tweak it, see how it goes, and maybe if something happens, fantastic. Oh, anything but jammy, honestly. Anything but jammy, I would say. They were fantastic in their opening game, man. They like got a grand slam to win it and everything. Like, I know we're not really talking about baseball this game, and about 2 minutes is just going to be straight football, but man, America go hard with playoff sports. But the boys are coming out now. There's Johnston with the armband. They're wearing the black ones. Of course, anyone that didn't see Tommy Callahan passed away over the course of the weekend, so there'll probably be a minute of silence for that man, and absolutely deservedly so. One of the fucking finest players to ever grace our shot. So, you know, I think it's fair to say that when that minute of silence happened, I'll be joining in on that, because he's probably one of the absolute gentleman of a player. Let's say, don't get many like him anymore. And the cut of the veins with Rachel, Rupert, Charlotte and Lewis. Well, I hope you are all enjoying yourselves. I'll try my best to limit the swearing, no promises though, so children, cover your ears and be prepared. That's all I will say. God bless your goddamn partner for allowing that one, mate. How do you go to the Celtic? I need to take a second to reread that, David, hold on a second. How do you the Celtic game? I feel like there's a keyword missing there, but it's on Sky Sports Football in case you're curious. But how do you think the Celtic game will go today? I think, realistically, if I'm a betting man, I'm saying this is probably a 3-1, 3-0 type game. I feel like Celtic will want to actually get a win on the board. Obviously, you know, not scoring in the last game, they had too many chances. So you want to get the attacking nerves done, dusted and out the way. So no matter what, I feel like there's potential for a few goals. It's just a case of if Motherwell can come out and do the same thing. And Fir Park has been a notorious hotspot where we've had to pull out numerous late winners or you know, even comebacks at some points. And again, they've taken defeats off us every now and then too. So it's not an easy side. Motherwell will come out of the gate, they'll throw the hands, and they'll throw hands harder than any other team, I would say, that we've faced so far. I know that Aberdeen rode the luck a lot in the last game, but this is different, right? Motherwell are actually a good set side, and they're slowly but surely making a case to be in the top 5 at the end of the season, so do not disrespect them. They are going to be very good. As Rabs just said, that they play a hard game. They know exactly how to make it frustrating. You feel like if it's 0-0 come the 60th, 70th, whatever, they will start to kind of put that pressure on Celtic, and it's just about how we deal with it. But for the most part, Celtic seem confident and comfortable. I seem confident and comfortable. This should be a really straightforward game on paper, but Motherwell will do as much as physically possible to cause a problem. But we're about to get the ball rolling. Motherwell will get the game underway. I believe it's Sparrow to kick us off. And kick us off he has. Motherwell will get the ball rolling, play straight back across their entire line and go for the long switch actually. Immediately try to put some pressure on Valet, but nothing really comes of it. It's going to be swung up and away in the end. No real problems there for them. I should probably switch to the stats so you can get like a rundown of the stats sheet. We get a wee refresh because we should be up and running, but Google likes to do this thing where it doesn't do that. We'll see if it's working with the Rangers one at the very least. Nope. Okay, I guess we'll wait for a second and see what happens. Oh, we're just at 1460 already. Fantastic. Well, the sub goes 1465, so absolute bless. Thank you for the help, lads. It's really nice. Just making sure everything's working on this end, because we are about a minute. There we go. Right, that's that one working, so we'll work on the next one as well. Bang, sort that out. And bang, sort that out. Alright, they're prioritising. We love to see it. Well, we are about a minute or so into this game now, so when that refreshes, it will be on the second minute, but I'll do my best. How you doing, Brian? Nice to see you, man. No captain, no problem. Good approach there, Joseph. A captain doesn't run a ship. That's a good ball out towards the right hand side. Let's see where we go. That's Johnston. I'll be keeping an eye on him over the course of this game, just because of that kind of slight knee knot that he had. I'm pretty sure it was a pop knee. Ball out towards. Oh, that's a ball in. Awkward and cleared away in the end comfortably.
Great football.
No real fuss there. O'Donnell was not taking any risk. Comes across, punts it out with his right hand. So we take it. There we go. Refresh done. We should be good and up and running. Bliss, bellissimo, football time. Right, I don't need to focus on any other aspect of this. Corner is real chance actually to do something here. Bernardo's teeing up for the corner. Ball up, awkward, looping and over away. So there's going to be another corner kick. They weren't taking any chances with that one. Good defensive clearance for Motherwell in the end. Scales looking more and more settled into the team as the weeks go by, man. You love to see it. As it's Johnston that's repping the captain's armband for today, and I absolutely love that, man. Guy's a brick show, so that's a lovely ball in, awkward and up again, but well, it doesn't go behind. Motherwell still will get to it first. They just half clear it away. I think O'Donnell wasn't taking any risk for that one either. Seems to be evolved a lot in the early stages, especially with the plays down that right hand side. Rio's going to lay that one off and just allow the throw in for Valet instead. So we're going with a very high pince attacking. We've got two bodies forward there immediately. Not the greatest touch on by Maeda or Valet for that fact, and it's going to be gathered in the end. Miller, I think, gets tripped up there. Might have been caught in the overlap. That wasn't Miller, sorry. Wrong fucking boy entirely. Always love when Roger stands there with his arms folded. Like, you know he's ready to battle. But the boys are playing in honour of someone. I just realised, I was like, fuck's sake, Taylor looks a wee bit upset there. Best right back in Scotland is absolutely Alistair, 110%. I'm not sure what to make of that one, Davey, but what do you mean by it looks tight? Are you meaning like pitch-wise? Because I'd agree in that sense. That's a good ball in, actually. Really good ball in. It's just a wee bit too much power on it, and Kyogo might have been offside off the just offload and run by a slight tad. Oxford was more than comfortable to come out and claim that one. Ball straight down the right, and there's a run up there. Really good move, actually, and it could be potentially dangerous. Ball switched back in behind. Well touched out by Scales, not taking too many chances with that one, and Motherwell will have their first chance to pepper on it with an opportunity set piece chance for them. Corner kick. You're thinking 6-0 off Skaden. I love the enthusiasm, brother, but I am not that confident. I feel like if we do win, it will probably, like I said, 3-0, 3-1. But Motherwell can be frustrating, and we have had a few problems. And as I've just said there, they're actually the most effective team, tied with Hearts for set-piece goals. They do have physical bodies, like I said. The two big forwards up front, Sparrow and, again, I'm going to call him Starmer. But they have presence, and they've got a numerous amount of defenders too. Let's see where this one's going to go. It's probably going to go high back stick. Back stick it is, headed down, not really dealt with. In the end, it kind of just about is comfortable enough for us. We'll take that. Could have been way worse. There we go, that's Cam for Johnston. Not going to take too many opportunities with that one. He's more than happy to run it out. Pleased.
Oh.
Oof. Could have been a wee bit better first. Doesn't get perfectly executed. Appreciate anyone that's in here early on, by the way. I know that the game's a pretty weird time to kick off. No one likes a... What I don't understand is why this game's not a blackout game for 3 PM. I don't get why this one's on Sky all of a sudden, but we move. That's a lovely ball actually for Trusty. Opens up some good lanes. Johnston's in behind, lay off touch. Just a kind of bounce off there, but he should retrieve that one back, no problem at all. Good shimmy and shake, nice, good. Still might keep it, but he loses out in the end. Good hustle and hassle from the left hand side there. Decent battle all round. Motherwell do win the throw in though. How you doing, Kevin? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're well.
None of the TV times are gonna like make sense all season, I think, because right now the start of the season it's been woeful for the TV.
I don't necessarily mind it because all the kick-offs are later, but at the same time it's like Jesus Christ. So I think I've only had one or two.
Yeah,
like
but if you're
12.
local supporter, it's like, oh my fucking god, the traffic and shit.
Especially during a midday, you're right there.
That's the game.
We are keeping an eye on the St Mirren game as well. Granted, we don't have any like visuals on it or anything. We just have the score there, just because both games are kicking off at the same time, and it's quite big for the top of the table. So if St Mirren score at the very least, that's something. But like I said, I feel like Rangers at home are a lot better than Rangers away from home. Crystal Palace are beating Tottenham 1-0 at half time. Palace are a resilient side, man. They can cause a lot of problems. They have a good core team. That's a good ball for Trusty again. Let's see where this one goes. Scales. Lovely pass. Gets any space. Rio's going to run that one up. Dyson's there as an offloader. Uses him almost immediately. And there's a bit of a good hustle and hassle for the Motherwell players. But they can't really get anything more than a spare touch on the ball. Not necessarily getting it away. So we have another run at them. Trusty. But too much power on that. But well dealt with in the end by Forrest. Didn't quite get hold of it. There's some awkwardness there. They've just allowed it through for some reason. Rio's got it. Edge of the box. Still awkward and eventually cleared away in the end by one of the Motherwell players. I think it was Miller in the end that time actually for once. Good step in for Trusty again. He's going to get parcelled, but does enough to at least make it awkward. Gets the throw in for Motherwell, but not so bad. You were listening to Rangers by mistake, oh god. Rest in peace. Now they're just showing like Miller's stats this season. 69 passes in the opposition box. That's all I really need to say. That's first in the league. So he's good at getting there. He's an offloading player, can cause a lot of problems. Definitely one of the ones to keep an eye on. It's not to say that there's other players on that pitch that can't really do it. Oh no, big opportunity for Motherwell. Somehow cleared. It's a shot anyway. Off the post. They've just missed a sitter.
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that defensive awareness? Like I said, that's prime Dortmund, not Atalanta. Schmeichel just fucked it. Like, not the greatest pass in it. Nowhere near it. But that's just loose for Bernardo as well. Doesn't really set his feet, spills it out and allows Motherwell to kind of get on, have a half chance. Sparrow kind of steps past his man. Starmer loves it, gets it right past Schmeichel, cuts it back, and it's just an inch to the right. That's in the back of the net, and Celtic are 1-0 down. Not ideal, lads. Nah, the board eating things for like me and my mods. You need to be like a moderator and someone that actually have spoken to at least a handful of times, Chief. You can just talk about the game in the general chat if you want to, though. This could be a foul here. Yeah, I'm going to give the foul instead.
No, for fuck's sake, man.
We do love rules for one and not a rule for another. I mean, that was literally the exact same challenge, but... I mean, look, yeah, I did it to Rio, but because Rio stays on his feet and then, boom, they go down, foul, though. How is being honest getting you, like, no rewards like that? Motherwell do have a good chance, though. I'd say about 25 yards out. Certainly within range to hit one, either below the wall or over it. Water at the back again, Jesus. Suppose that's one way to summarise it. And mods are based on a lot of different things other than just asking for them, Brian. That's a good one, actually! It's off the bar again! Fucking hell! 2 woodwork shots for Motherwell within about as many goddamn minutes. That is not good. Could be awkward. Still not really dealt with, and I think they filled it up for something in the end anyway. I'm not too sure if it was an offside or what. But that was a lovely struck free kick.
Oh my god.
And I tell you what, man, very similar to the first chance. That is an inch downwards. Bang. That is top bins, no problems or questions asked. Chateau's been in the community for a long time, and he only got moderator like a wee bit less than a month ago, I'd say.
The fact that Lennon Miller's hit the post and the bar, like the woodwork twice, is ridiculous.
Well, he's channeling fucking Neil. Like, Jesus Christ, but there's a
Oh,
chance
go
for
on.
us. That's a loose ball.
Oh.
There's a chase on though, so Motherwell will have to get it clear. Play it into space. This is what I'm saying. They feel like they do a good defensive job against Atalanta. They can just do the same thing. Like, no offence, lads. You just have to play football.
First they come
That's
on,
a
mate.
fucking loose one, and there's a running behind, and he's on as well. Johnston does
Well
well to
done,
get in front,
Alistair.
but
That's a free kick.
honestly, wouldn't say that's a free kick at all. It was just a fair shoulder challenge in my eyes, but they've given the foul away. I'll be honest, that's a tad lucky. But it's quite evident who's starting with a bit more pace and power behind their movements. It's very much in Motherwell's camp right now. Nah, Motherwell hit the post. Well, the post about a minute ago, and then they hit the ball literally just a few seconds ago. Lovely free kick after the perfect stanchion shot, basically. It's based on like a lot of different things, to be fair. Like, mods are people that I like talk to on, like, maybe not a daily basis, but on enough of a regular basis that I actually have like friendships with. McGregor has a chance it deflects out corner kick. Why the fuck did I say McGregor? It's McCowan. I'm so used to saying Mick and then Gregor just follows it naturally, but every time I see a shot from outside the box, I'm like, Callum McGregor. It's just, no.
Also because it was left footed, I think.
Genuinely, it's like, I was like, oh shit, he's reincarnating his captain. Fair enough. Well, we have a chance to do something from a corner. Awkward, headed away comfortably in the end, but we should get that. But he lets it bounce over him. I thought he would have gone for a chase down and quick cross, but Parlour we can. Well, just yet, I'd say. I mean, he looks tired already, man. He looks like he's just got out of bed. I appreciate that, man. No, McGregor might be a mistake. Nah, I wouldn't say it's that bad so far. It's just that they need to adjust. That's a chance! It's a good save as well by Oxborough. Dyson did well to kind of get a glancing header, redirects the power on the cross, and just enough to put it on target. And I'll tell you what, the keeper had to react because that would have crept in. That's lovely awareness for Maeda. Facing away for goal, still finds a way to get it on target. That's damn respectable. But the goalkeeper was switched on. Chance for us on the other side from a corner piece though. We've gone short, layoff and cross, I'm guessing. Oh, that is lovely. There's the layoff. The cross is poor though. It's going to be a case of who wins the knock-on. Motherwell will, but they won't really get the second one clear, so it's going to be a slight chase down. Vallejo heads it back in. And it's picked up and away. Headed down, Scales gathers straight back into space again. For fuck's sake, lads, this is getting a bit bouncy, you know. Maeda eventually scythes it down and it just ends up back in Motherwell possession. It's back up in the air again, lads. Can we try a bit harder? That'd be fantastic. Cutting the space, lovely taking touch, well gathered by Paro. Still has it. Still, that's a foul, surely. I was going to say, yeah.
I feel like I'm watching a fucking pinball machine going on here.
That's what it feels like. Oh shit! Rangers have just gone 1-0 up in their game. Bastard.
Are they? Oh
They
yeah.
have.
Yeah, there it is, Diamande.
Fair enough, like I said, we weren't really expecting too much for their end. That's a good chance, cross into the box is awkward. Motherwell scythe the cut out though, no problems. Again, O'Donnell is there to cover basically fucking everything at the moment. Keep in mind he's like the right centre back right now, he's basically covering the whole line at times.
Hit that!
There's a chance it was respectable for McCowan. Definitely taking lessons from McGregor in the training pitch, you can tell. Didn't work out necessarily that time, but I'm not going to complain too much. Man, that really should have been a goal, I'm not going to lie. It's just showed that chance again. Right, you don't need to show it like 15 fucking times after it happened, Jesus. Let me get it, it was a good shot. Nice, like, move on. My God. No, I'm behind the sheep. Ah, it could be worse. You know what I mean? Even like one goal just completely fixes that. Are we missing Ida's hold-up play up? I wouldn't say it's kind of the same as everyone's like, oh, are we missing McGregor? It's hard to tell, man. It's only been 15 minutes and Celtic are still kind of shaking their nerves out, I guess. It's a thing when you play with a rotated team, it's going to take about 10 or 15 minutes to gel in. But once they do, you feel like you'll have more of an answer towards half-time. We definitely had more of the ball in the last 5-10 minutes though. They've been quieting down a good bit. There's a lovely ball in behind if there was a bit more pace behind it, but not really too much. There's going to be a chase down and Motherwell once again clear their lines. They're more than happy to play defensive when they have to. Trusty does well to roll that back for Schmeichel. Schmeichel's passing out for the back is a lot more powerful than Anki realises, because that's twice he's just like thundered it straight in for short range. Just roll it when you have that time. Played out towards the right, here's Jamesy, go on man. Forrest, beautiful, cross, respectable, headed away comfortably in the end. I think there wasn't too much worry on that one, honestly. They were more than happy to just stand their ground. We're doing well to cut the Motherwell midfield like out the entire like counter-attack process, but defensively Motherwell seem to be awake. Certainly more switched on than we are in the early stages, laid off. Cut back and across, there could be another long scyther coming in. Feels like that's going to be exactly what happens. It's not a scyther, it's a low cross instead. Motherwell do well to keep it in play, but force the goal kick off of it as well. Not too bad. From their perspective, they'll take that every day of the week. It's your third week in the Wishaw Hospital, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, fair enough. For most aspects, I would lose my shit so fast. I've been in hospitals for like 2 or 3 days and I'm like, that's good. I don't need that. Hospitals are probably my least favourite place, I'll be honest, man. So there's a morphine every 2 hours. Trust me, wishes are fucking terrifying, bliss. I'll say that much. Let's see where Motherwell go with this one. They're trying their best to play kind of angular football. They're using their full backs a lot more than you would think they would. O'Donnell's probably had more of the ball than anyone else, and that should tell you the indicator. I wouldn't say Motherwell have been the better side, but they've certainly had the better chances in the early stages of this one. Celtic need to kind of cut out the silly mistakes and pretty much move the ball just a little bit faster when we do get into those wing spaces, because we're allowing them to hold it up, and most of the time we're just being forced to cross it into empty space. And Kyogo's a good footballer, but he's not 6'5", so he's not going to win most of the crosses that he's received so far. And that's if he's even there. Valet. Good step out and mark, but it should be comfortable enough. Sparrow engages a slight chase on scales, but not too much, just to keep him on his toes. Good ball into space, and it's opened up a lot of actual avenues. We should go central here. Does go central. Lovely layoff touch. It's overhit slightly though. Should be a chase down, and there's going to be a foul for Motherwell because it fell over. But we know the tactics that they're going to play this game, I guess.
bringing in consoles to hospitals. Fair enough. Don't know how I feel about that, but even I'm a gamer, but fair enough.
Thanks, Gene 6. Fair enough, Brian. I can't really say that's... Yeah, I mean, I guess that's honestly valid in its own way, but... Nah, I mean, whenever I'm in hospital, I'm dying, so I don't really focus on on the people that are working there. Right, let's see where the keeper sends us. Oxborough sends it high, looking for the right wingers. They do actually... Oh, what a touch. Fuck off. Well cut out by... Right. We take that, man.
Good.
Could have been awkward, but what a pass that was, by the way. The layoff and touch was stupendous. That was definitely half a training ground. Look, oh, straight into space, lovely. Just didn't get the cross off. Scales is out to cover in time. Good work for him. Don't you fucking dare shoulder my Maeda again, you prick. I'll fucking run up there and 2-foot tackle you, now. Right, I want Maeda to get a hat trick now, just for the audacity of that. Like, how dare you? Most European games are always a struggle. It's important not to concede, and if we can settle in the first half. That's kind of the main thing for us right now. Simple, basic approach of football. But that could be awkward. Oh no, lads!
For fuck's sake.
Get it clear, for fuck, man! It was playing pinball again. You could hear the little... Look, what the fuck? It was bounced down, well headed back in. There's like a spillage, and it came off with 2 or 3 Celtic bodies in that spillage for sure. There was a handball as well, so it wouldn't have been like Motherwell got it, yeah, it would have been called off for handball regardless. But it was playing fucking pinball for a bit there. So Skipper gets away in the end, and Johnston, but oh look, Schmeichel doesn't climb it either, man. He's not having the greatest settling in experience to this game. Switched, the chase down, Kyogo uses the offloader, but Oxborough's more than happy to just say fuck you. Punts it back into space. Rio just does like a pip-up pass. We do win the ball back though.
Celtic, sell that down.
Good for Forrest.
Oh.
Really good for Forrest. He just doesn't settle his feet in time though. Respectable effort. Oof.
What is it with us in these fucking back post headers, by the way?
Let's get Cass on for the virtual bench. Oh. Maybe that's why you're in hospital, Chief. Scanning double Big Macs in a hospital bed. God damn. I mean, to be fair, I'd probably do the same if I'm stuck in there for 5 weeks. Fuck eating that scran for like 4 weeks straight. I feel like the sweet spot's maybe 3 days.
Come on, Celtic.
That's poor.
Reactions, please.
Oh, lads, that's poor. Shot straight at Schmeichel.
But come on, fuck.
This is getting ridiculous now, man. Spread out play.
Shouldn't have even got there.
This is why McGregor plays as an anchor player. See, whenever I explain to people when they're like, oh, why can't we play McGregor out right? It's like, this is why. When you don't have an anchor player,
oh, for fuck's sake, what's that pass?
There's no levelance in the midfield. It's just very basic stuff at times that they're not really getting right. Johnston needs to take a bit more command of the reins at the back, man. Get them fucking moving in where they have to. Honestly valid. Since 2003, Jesus. Good on you for keeping yourself fit and healthy that long, Chief. It sounds really nervy. I wouldn't say nervy as much as I would say just really fucking awful. Like, we know how we usually play after European games, right? We're never necessarily 100% convincing, but like Motherwell, while not really having a lot of the ball or doing more with it, that's the terrifying part of this game. Like, Motherwell seem like they have a game plan. The same way that Aberdeen had a game plan, even though they knew realistically they're not going to have as much of the ball or as many chances. They've got like a set style against us. We're being slightly exposed. This is why I'm saying it makes no sense. Like, I don't get why Johnston started. I feel like it would have just made more sense to rest him and put Ralston on. McCowan made sense. But, like, again, taking the captain out, it's a bit silly. And I mean, what the hell did Kuhn do wrong? And more importantly, Yang. Like, I get Forrest is alright, but wouldn't it make more sense to start him on the left? Especially if we're going to use him as a crosser anyway. Because that's all he's basically done this entire fucking 25-minute stint so far. Played into space. There's a scythe cutter. Is he going to get there in time? He might do, although it's going to be awkward. Couldn't really take the touch in time. It's going to be a goal kick anyway, so fair enough. I appreciate the run, Rio. Beware the nailness. Jesus. You can't sit and listen to an hour and a half of this. We need to slow it down and get the pass and go along. Trust me, if this is what we have to witness for the next 90 minutes, it's not exactly good for us. You know what I mean?
It better be a tale of two halves, honestly. We better come at this end of like flying.
Damn right. The Forest is not for starting experienced sub-on, I'd say that's pretty much what we were expecting. I thought it would have been Yang or Kun for this one, but I'm not going to be too disappointed with it as long as he has a respectable game. But it would have made more sense because he can cut those passes in and he's a driver player. You know what I mean? Like he can triple. That's
it, lads. Force them to go back the way. That's better.
That's the pressing game that we did alright against Atalanta starting to come into effect now. This is maybe the wake up that call it or looking for. How you doing, Harry? Nice to see you, man. Hello to you as well, brother. And as you just said there, Robert, he does. He likes to drive, carry the ball more. And then there's a completely contrasting one where he's utter dung. I don't get why people shit on Young. I can't say he's like... I get why people say he's bad, but he's just not as good as Kun. Like, that's all that is. Like, Kun's like multi, levels of good. Young's just a very, like, you know what type of player you're getting with him, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, he's easy to read. But he still puts in a shift, and you can't fault that. It's the same as Maeda. Everyone knows Maeda's a wing runner. But my God, do we love him for it anyway? Well, back in, speaking of the devil, he shall appear. Maeda gets it back to Scales, cut across for Trusty. Good roll across, could be awkward. Apparently St Mirren have equalised, but nothing's came up on Google. Oh shit, it has just came up on Google. Gogic has equalised. And we might just score. Shot! Yes! We do! Look at McCowan, the shot for range! That's why he was doing it at the start of the match. Rangers just literally the second that they go fucking concede an equaliser, Motherwell concede the opener. And honestly, we don't deserve that. But we fucking take it. Look, McCowan makes it 1, boys. Boom! How the fuck have we done that?
What a dribble, by the way. Look at this.
Lovely feet and control, sized it, beautiful left. Oh, see as someone that's left-footed, that genuinely. Only way to summarise it, stoner. Absolute stoner of a shot, just through the legs and everything.
It's in.
Bellissimo. Look, McCowan. Oh, you beautiful man. Love to see it. That is absolutely pristine. Through the legs, lovely. He does it twice actually. He gets through the legs to get through, and then puts it through the legs to score. Man, is silky smooth. The only 14 score in the day. Isn't it going to be Motherwell's, man? It's going to be Celtic's, man. Get it up them. Celtic 1. Motherwell 0. Good stuff, boys. We love to fucking see it. Push. Now, get a second, and then a third, and then a fourth, and then we're good. Because I do not trust us being 2-0 up. Fuck that. My assist, I guess you would technically call it an assist. Apparently something's happened on the other page. Why are you deciding to... What the fuck's your script, man? Has the game been paused?
I wouldn't really say it was a... I wouldn't give the assist personally because it like comes off like to Motherwell players, but he got the white ball. Maeda basically put the pressure on, and then like McCowan got the ball and basically done the rest, which is brilliant.
There might be a stoppage in the other game because the timer's just stopped in that one.
Yeah. You can hear Celtic fans in full voice now behind this goal. Oh shit. It's a corner to Motherwell unless... Well, okay, Kasper's kept in.
Don't think it was going to be a corner anyway. I think most of them were quite happy with the bounce back. I think that came off like... I'm not sure. Could have actually taken the bounce off of Holiday, honestly. Jean's happy, she's just seen the goal. Love to see it. You can't not like the Maeda machine. He is our miracle man. Our boy. We love to see it, man. And people shout Maeda. I love that I have like 2 years of proof of me saying I love Maeda, get it up everyone else. I think I've only like been rude to Maeda twice.
And I believe one of those was in a Champions League game.
Yeah, for the mistake with the Dortmund pass, like that's pretty much the only time I've shat in the man. I'd shake his hand for 10 hours straight if I could. Absolute belter of a bloke. But we have to move. Maybe a chance for a second here. Laid off inside. Good roller pass. I love when Google does that for no reason at all, man. It just like pauses what's happening in the other game. Like, can you fucking explain what's going on or no? Is there something in the timeline? Apparently end of match.
What?
I don't know what's happening, but according to the timeline, it's like end of match. What happened? The goal gets scored and then they just decided, nah, fuck this. We ain't playing. Absolutely screw that, like what the fuck, man. I guess that will kind of come back on in its own time, I suppose. Oh, Homer J, thank you, man. Welcome to the crew. We appreciate that. We haven't had a member in a while, so that's very much appreciated, Chief. Welcome. You got a bunch of badges and shit that you can use, and I mean, I'm sure Flash will show you some of them. We've got a bunch of Celtic ones that might be of use to you, Chief. He pulls defences all over, making room for others. That's the thing. He's a classic bait and switch type of player. Classic. Right, okay, now apparently there's just no score happening whatsoever. This is why I fucking hate Google with a passion, man. They don't work at the best of times. Because you're like, kick-offs at 15:31. I were aware of that, Chief, but fantastic. Google moment.
It's like you said, mate. It's just because Govich scored.
They just left the pitch. Like, fuck, am I doing this? Screw that, man. Oh, welcome anyway, mate. I've never seen you comment once before in my life, so the fact that but yeah, it's nice to have someone that's came in randomly. Very, very cool. Appreciate it. Maeda should get more minutes for Japan. Like, I know he's a substitute for Japan now. It's Kyogo I feel for, though. What the fuck does he need to do to get picked? Oh. Hold on, chance. 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 Do it, Maeda. Ah, shit, we're going to go back here, and even then we still might lose the ball. Baldo's not comfortable with it. Played back into space. Trusty's more or less playing as a centre mid. Right, son. Lays it off instead. Cross. Good cross! Oh, well dealt with, though.
Unlucky.
And actually a really good clearance for the Motherwell man at the back as well, actually. Gets all the way up to our end, and Scales will have to play through that one. Build another chance. I'm so confused by this entire thing. Can you just... Because apparently Hibs and Hearts drew, I suppose that's cool. I fucking hate Google with a passion, man. Multi-fucking trillion-dollar company, and it's like, yeah, nah, apparently that's just not happens. The more you know, gentlemen, the more you know. We're at 1462 as well. We're actually getting a few subs as well. Appreciate all the support today, boys. Sorry that there's a technical issue going on their part. We'll cover what's happening on this end. Plus, we do get goal updates in this as well, so if Rangers and that are still playing, we'll know. It's a good header down, actually. I would want to see a second before half time. At the very least, a second before half time would be good. You're looking for a Celtic. Well, I mean, I'm glad you found me of all people, mate. Most of them, not to disrespect them, are very biased. If Celtic play shit, trust me, you'll kind of get the honesty for this kind of channel, so you picked a good one, brother. There's a set. Oh, please. Please, do it. Maeda steps in. Go on, son. Roll across. Lovely ball inside as well. That might be a penalty shout. Who knows, actually? Maeda's not too happy. He's kind of like pointing his hands out there. There's something going on.
Wait, what's he awarded?
It might be a foul against.
What's going on?
There was a bundle over in the box. Both of them kind of got tangled in a 50. Maeda's been like parried and walked away. I think he's kind of went, look, I don't think it's a penalty. I'm not sure. He's saying there's a push. That's what Maeda's trying to claim. Let's have a better look at this, because there was definitely a tangle in the box. It's just a case of... Ah, that's a push, by the way. Let's see this in slow motion. He puts his shoulder on the back of him. That's a very hard angle to tell from, because the cameraman needs fired for that. What the fuck's the point, mate? Plus, it went in anyway. So they've given the foul against. Oh, it's because it comes off of fucking Maeda's hand. But even then, shouldn't they be like considering the
I mean,
fucking
if
foul?
you don't give a goal, you should be considering a penalty, right?
Because he doesn't get a handball on it if he doesn't get pushed over. So here's the fucking question now. Let's see if SFA's rules, because I'm more than happy to disallow ones against us last week for that. So, let's see. Just because you can't change the movement, that's interesting. They could take it away, boys. It's still being VAR'd for now. But I don't honestly see a reason why that would get disallowed. He has to, like, he can't not put his arms there, otherwise he gets his nose broken. So it's natural positioning.
I think he's gave the goal.
This is going to be an awkward one.
Wait, what? No, the goal's been... Oh no, it's for there. And...
Disallowed. There you go. Like I said, they're more than happy to justify the handball rule when it comes to fucking giving, like, making sure we don't get penalties or anything. But when it happens to us, gentlemen, oh boy, they have to.
Joke.
So apparently Maeda's just meant to fall over and allow his nose to get broken there. Love to fucking see it. The SFA are a joke. We love to. That's typical. At least once a game, VAR has to come in and destroy themselves. Because, I mean, they'll make one fucking argument one week and they're going to bring up a different one this week. If that's the case, if that's a handball call, what about Dukes on the fucking goal line last week? What the fuck is this then? Because they play in their own natural position. What's Maeda meant to do there? First of all, he's the one that gets fouled. Second of all, but it's a foul the other way. I don't need to say anything else, man. Fucking ridiculous. Nothing's given at all. Goals
no pen, no nothing, and it should have. And if he didn't give a pen, which it was a pen because Maeda got pushed, it should have been a goal because he pushes him into the ball, and the ball comes off his hand into the back of the net. But the ball does not come off his hand if he doesn't get pushed.
All I'm saying is that it's one set of rules for the rest of the league. Different set of rules for us. That's fucking laughable. I mean, I get why it's given, right? It is a handball, but dude, what's he supposed to do? He's falling into the ground. Is he meant to? Ah, fuck it, man. I'll just fall flat on my face and bust open my nose. That is, it's a if not a foul, shouldn't it? Like, if they're going to call a handball, what about the foul that happens beforehand, that makes the handball happen? That should be a penalty then, no? But nah, it's fucking ridiculous. The way that they actually, you'll see what they'll do. They'll try and spin it out like, oh, we can only go back 2 or 3 decisions. They'll probably bring a new rule in with, oh, we can only go back 15 seconds into a play. And right before Maeda had contact on him, it was 15.2 seconds, so therefore, pfft. I hope every single one of those pricks gets set on fire just for the fun of it. Absolute joke of a fuck. There's a reason they're amateurs, right? There's a reason. That is poor. Nothing else to say. Fuck's sake, man. I thought this sport's meant to be 11 versus 11. Why are half of the weeks fucking 12?
Fuck's sake. You could...
Ball.
Oh, what a ball that is.
Right. This could be something.
Okay.
Forrest is just not fast enough to it, but he should get to the recovery. Does well. Plays it inside. Lovely layup pass. Space. Lovely. Valet. Shot. I respect it, honestly. There wasn't really too much else on, but... should have just played out towards Maeda on the left hand side. Ridiculous. Nothing else to say. And on top of all this, Google is still refusing to tell me what's going on between Rangers and fucking St Mirren. Bruh.
After that decision, mate, you could have about 10 freaking videos of me and you just our reactions to fucking VAR. This is stupid.
Well, that's the issue. It's open to interpret.
Oh. That's not fair.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, okay. Like I said, one set of rule for one, different set for us. Hey, why do people not watch football anymore? Is it less entertaining? Yep, by every aspect, because for fuck's sake. Oh, it definitely won't make the goddamn review show. You kidding me? That is egg on their face in every aspect. Because if they're going to make the argument that it's a handball, how does he get into that position? Because he gets fouled. Right, so you go and review the foul, but they don't review the foul, they only want the handball. And if that's the case, right, if it's a natural play, which is what they used last week to justify Duke's clear scoop off the line being natural, right, because that's what they fucking claimed then.
How come that took you like fucking 5 minutes to give that? He literally jumped on top of him. Sorry to interrupt you.
Just the level of consistency. The level of consistency is just whack. I don't mind them getting an occasional decision wrong, but it's every fucking 90 minutes you see one call that just raises your eyebrow. Because you know, realistically, if that goes in, Celtic are 2-0 up, Motherwell fade out the game and there's nothing left in this. But of course, right, like, they have to do everything in their power. It's fun. I feel like they just fucking hit randomise. There's a button that they just hit and it's like, yes, not like an 8-ball. Actually, I think that's what it is. They just have a fucking 8-ball that sits in the VAR room. And see, like, whoever's on VAR, right, is it Ian Paisley or whatever? He just picks that 8-ball up and then just shakes it and it's like, no, disallow it. Like, okay, disallow it because of vibes. And they do. If I'm Maeda after that game, I'm finding that referee and I'm just going to give him a slight, just steel-toed boot punt right to the fucking taint. See what they do in the longest yard. I keep saying it, just we need to do what they do in the longest yard. Just straight up throw a ball straight into his nuts. Wait till he gets up, do it again, and then remind him, you ain't fucking anything in this pitch, mate. Ugh, it's disgusting. Nonetheless, we move. Football, right? The Celtic world does Watchalong too. See, the thing is, I don't watch too many of them. The ones that I have seen, most of them are fair enough, right? They do genuinely care about the game, but they very much wear green-tinted glasses a lot of the time. I know that's ironic to say after going on a 5-minute rant about VAR cheesiness, but this is like ridiculously bad now. Anyone that watches that call back will see what I mean. But you have to go through it at least once a game, and it's always ridiculous, you know? We'll still overcome it, absolutely. If for some reason Google's just refused, for whatever reason, to like accept that the Scottish Premiership has football happening. Because again, I mean the game's going on there, you can see it on the bottom.
Yep, it's Google everywhere as well, by the way. I tried to like see, and yeah, it's just Google everywhere.
Fantastic, man.
They're having a meh.
But Jesus Christ, man, Ipswich play Brentford. They make sure they have every single fucking millisecond of that shit covered from head to toe. Timeline updates on what fucking boxers their players are wearing and everything, but there's an actual fucking good crunch match going on between St Mirren and fucking Rangers. It's like, nah, you just don't need to know the score. Well, imagine if you can't watch that game. You're fucked. Oh, right, I'll use Google, I can check the score at least. Nope, can't even do that.
Yeah. Just like those that couldn't watch the freaking Celtic Aberdeen game on like proper telly.
Right, Trusty, switch it please. Good switch indeed. Valet, run it big man, come on. Get a second, shut these cunts up for good. Maeda.
I think a second goal would kill this game.
Absolutely, the next goal is going to be pretty damn interesting. You feel like it will kind of sway for one side or another. There's an overlapping chance. Well tackled though.
Absolutely. If they get this second goal in this game, which I hope not, it'll give them that urge to just keep going and being annoying. But if we get a second goal, then it kills this game. Which is what we need right now, honestly, because
relegation battle between St Mirren and Rangers.
In the first half, there's...
Oh, wait a minute, no. Yeah, Scales. That's not a foul though, is it, mate? Please tell me it's offside or something.
I think. It looks like he's gave offside.
Let's see. It was offside, get it up him. Well, now. Scales wasn't messing around anyway. I mean, it looked like a... well, nah, actually, I thought he won the ball, I'll be real. The first angle made it look like he won it comfortably, didn't get in him, but he was offside, so fair enough. Look at the passing accuracy, 94% to 58. Possession, 85 to 15. It's quite obvious who the better side is now. Celtic have allowed them to have their 2 half chances and went, right, that's it, that's all you're getting. But we need a second, man. Good feet for Valet. Roll back, power up. Shifts it for Scales. Trusty's going to receive it. Bale switched out towards the right hand side, cut into space and back again. That kind of defeats the point in doing that entire sequence. But nonetheless, we move. Trusty has it again, and we're just going to do the same 3 passes over and over. Yep, and we go inside and then cut it back. For fuck's sake. Bruh! Stop! This is not Groundhog Day. There we go. Pass out towards the left hand side. We switch it up. It's into the box immediately. Chance! Blocked, and it's out for a corner. But see what happens when they switch it up just a little bit. Kyogo immediately has a half chance, nearly puts it into the back of the net for a second. We'll have a corner kick heading into additional time for this half, and I imagine there'll be about a minute or 2 left. Let's see what's in them up. Old guy's been at half time, do you reckon? I'm honestly not sure. He has a lot of stuff going on in his personal life right now, but if he checks in, then he checks in. Oh. Come on.
2 minutes added on. Get the ball in the box. Oh, come on, boys. There's like
Step
5
out,
people in this
step
box.
out and cross. Yes, step. Oh, the fucking. Why'd you leave that? I have to. What the fuck did Rio leave that for? Was he offside? The only thing I can think is that he was offside. See, that's what I'm saying. You can still see the score, RX, by like checking the live update things, but it just isn't showing the score full stop for some reason, which is just pointless. Like, what's the fucking point in that then? But it is still 1-1 in that game, and I feel like Rangers fans are going to now actually be sitting there like that, because realistically, that's the last thing they would have wanted. It's not as if Celtic have had the greatest first half here at Fir Park either as well, by the way. I want to make that clear. We've had a very type of half. But it's not been horrible, not by any stretch of the imagination. We've been okay, but we need to be a little bit better, especially in the final third with the finishing chances that we have had, because we're not making many of them. Layoff pass. Good sidestep, opens up the lanes a bit more, but he still just goes back. Trusty just feels like he's just getting pass backs every now and then just for the sake of it. Look, you want a pass, mate? Here, there you go. Nearly loses out. Please cut that back, fuck's sake. Schmeichel. Good power pass into Scales. There should be a long ball incoming at some point. If you're trying to beat these lads in as much as you are, lads, you need to go for a switch, man. Trusty. Switch it long, man. There we go. There's a good pass. It's just, again, slightly overhit, I think, from McCowan that. No real shame behind it. Kyogo will keep the pressure on Oxborough, try and force the issue at that, but nothing too much to add on in that aspect. Whistle will probably go in the next 4 or 5 seconds. As soon as this ball comes up the other end of the pitch, you'd imagine. And there it is. Half time indeed. It's very much a case of Motherwell came out the gates and then realised they left something in the car and then went back out, and then we just shut the gates and locked it with extra protective equipment to make sure that they can't get back in, and it's worked. Our goal was lovely. McCowan was absolutely fantastic, but the talking point of the first half, absolutely in my eyes, is the stupidity of VAR, because holy fucking Christ, man. Like, I get why they disallowed it, but at the same time there's about 4 other counterpoints that surround that counterpoint to go, well, that makes no sense. So I guess there's that, but nonetheless, we ball, we're 1-0 up, life is good, I'm happy. Nothing else to really say, honestly. I mean, it could have been way worse, but let's see if there's anything happening in the timeline. Apparently not.
Yeah, it could have been the first 20 minutes with us being 1 or 2 goals down.
Oh look, it magically right at the end of the half is back. Thanks, Google. Whoever the fuck owns them needs punted squarely in the teeth at Mach 3. What the fuck is this guy's... Well, bruh. But aye, mate, tell me now. Fantastic. Well, it's still 1-1 in that game anyway, 100%, but there are your live scores. Celtic are winning, because of course we are. But again, referees have done their best. Flash, I'm going to let you ramble for a minute. Just give me, like, if you're on that pitch, right, if you are a Celtic player or a Motherwell player, and you're looking at the kind of inconsistencies of referees game to game, because my point is simple, right? Aberdeen last week got that call where, oh, natural positioning, so he can't really get out of the way. That one, he's fallen to the ground and he needs to stick his hand out. That's why it hits his hand, therefore, so that's why it's, you know, not given. Maeda, 1 week later, gets fouled into the ball, has to put his arms out to avoid falling into the fit, like, you know, breaking his nose. So he puts his arms out, skiffs his hand, instantaneously goal disallowed for that though.
I think if I'm a player, honestly, I'm like, I'm like bamboozled. I'm like laughing inside as well as like confused, and I'd be like questioning. I'd be questioning the referees in terms of like the VAR judgments, honestly, because I mean, even the Motherwell centre back was like, okay, well, what's happened? What's happened here? Although he claimed he didn't foul Maeda, that's wrong. He pushes Maeda into the ball, clear as day, and Maeda like clearly goes up and says, "He's pushed me. He's pushed me." I don't. I honestly don't know what else to like explain when it comes to these VAR decisions, mate. They make no fucking sense. And the best part is, right, if that foul doesn't happen in the box, and I think every player even says this, if that foul doesn't happen in the box, if it happens outside the box, it's given.
Oh, 100% every time, that's my point. But because it's like, oh, we have to look into the rules. I don't even think the referees fully know the rules themselves. I think that's the issue. Like, again, it just seems to be whoever's in charge makes the rules up as they go, and like one game the decision won't be given, then the next it won't be, then sometimes it will, and then you're like, right, okay, but why is it circumstantial? Why isn't it just set fucking rules? Like, you don't have this issue in Germany or France or fucking even the Dutch. Like, when they use VAR, it's straightforward. They look at the decision, and if they feel like it's strong enough to overturn, they go, overturn it. Simple as. They don't let the referee then stand there and decide themselves if they want to look like a dickhead or not, because that's the issue, right? The Scottish referees don't want to be corrected. They're like, no, I'm right. No, you're not going to tell me. You telling me there's 50 camera angles saying that I'm wrong? No. And then they'll just cancel it anyway. So it's like, what the fuck's the point in actually having a system there if you're not going to use it for when it needs to be used? And when it stands there in the middle of the pitch for 2 minutes with his hand in his ear, like, go over to the fucking monitor and look. You will have a very clear answer in about 10 seconds as to why the ball was handled. But that doesn't apply, does it, right? Fucking ridiculous. Put your last tenner on a 3-0, 71. I mean, hopefully it comes to the man.
And I take your point into consideration as well. Like, if that's not first of all, like we said, live when it happened, he gets pushed. Therefore, it's a penalty. And if it doesn't give a penalty, then it's a goal. If you're not given either for them, and you think Maeda's like doing some infringement, then where's our advantage beforehand? And then you go back to Aberdeen last weekend. That was very, very fucking harsh. And in my opinion, it should have been a goal. Not in some people, but in my opinion, it should have been a goal. Because there's barely anything he can do about it. Yes, it comes off his arm to go in. And I'm not going to dwell on that because it was last weekend. But he can barely get out the road. And it's just like in this incident, with the momentum, Dyson can't get out of the way of the ball.
Yeah.
It falls into his path.
There's no shame in being an English Celtic fan. It just means that you were raised not to fucking... I'm going to guess you have an English team. As long as you support Celtic more. That's the main thing. I mean, based on your name, mate, 1888 is a good indicator that you have like a good screw in that English area of yours. You chose well. You chose very well. Most would pick Rangers anyway, so we'll love to see it.
And I hope that I explained that like in the correct term and well. Yeah.
United or City, what a shit question to ask. Nice one, Paul. We'll love to see it.
What I would say from a Celtic standpoint as well, when it comes to like this half time, there's the goal again.
Yeah, see, they're showing it back. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the ball in's fine, he's onside, there's no issues there. Gets the ball, like, there's a straight push on his back, he goes down, has to spread his body across to prevent his face getting fucking melted into the grass, and it pips up off his hand. So if you're going to use a handball call, you go back to the foul decision beforehand that led to it and it should have been a penalty. That's the simple fucking, like, if you look at SFA rules, that's pretty much the be all and end all, and Maeda immediately turns around and says, I've been pushed. So it's... Oh, Stoke. No way. Love to see that, actually. Stoke is a nice city, but it's just, like, very memed, I guess. Probably the same as, like, Edinburgh. in like English's perspective, you just probably look at Edinburgh like, oh, that's where the posh people live. We look at Stoke and go, that's where like all the proper like, you know, go on England, score a fucking goal. Like that's where most of them reside.
I would say that I hope Brendan in half time is having a word with this defence, because even though we've gotten a foothold like in this game, it seems like the first 20 minutes was, I'm sorry, an absolute shambles.
It would be class.
Absolute shambles.
If St Mirren win, Stephen,
you know,
life would be very, very, very good. But as Flash is kind of pointing out there, Megan, we've been playing okay. I wouldn't say we've had a bad game. We've had defensive lapses. The first 20 minutes wasn't particularly great, let's say. I mean, Miller hit the post and then the ball within about 2 minutes of each other. Schmeichel was passing out with about 50 times more power than he needed to. So you have to look at it like that. But on the offence, we've been okay. We should have had a penalty at the very least, if not just a straight up goal, but that was disallowed for vibes, I guess. So right now the scoreline's 1-0. Rangers are 1-1 against St Mirren. Gogic scored an equaliser after Diamonde's opener. So as things stand, if you actually want a quick look at the table, I presume this would be the easiest way to point things out, so you can get an idea of where things stand. But Rangers would be 8 points behind us come the end of today if results stay the same, and more importantly 8 points behind Aberdeen, and only 2 points ahead of Dundee, who literally just lost to Aberdeen. So that should tell you where the level of things are at. Motherwell are still within the chase. If they even get a point today, they're still technically within touching distance, right? They'd be clear of St Johnstone in 6. So there's still a lot going on, right? There's still a lot to be played. St Mirren, obviously, if they keep their point, they kind of keep themselves on pace. 3 points clear of Hearts, nothing to complain about. But of course, Kelly do have that extra game on hand, and more importantly, the team above them do as well. So it's one of those ones where when you look at it on paper, there's still a lot of things that could work out, so you have to kind of keep that in mind. So it's a very interesting situation. If the Saints were to win, it would be apocalyptic. Honestly, yeah, I mean, back-to-back fuck-ups isn't acceptable. I mean, we drew twice to like Aberdeen and Atalanta, and the only reason that we're accepting it is because Atalanta's actually a good side. You know, we're like, right, well, that's not horrible. Don't do it again. We need a win this time. Like, no middle ground options. You know what I mean? Try to go to a Celtic game, once a month, good. Which isn't that bad, because then you have to catch a flight. I'm presuming you're like Gatwick then. Well, good for you, honestly. I mean, I know that there was a fella that sat in front of me and my dad when we had our season tickets, and he used to come up for Ireland every single weekend. It was fucking incredible. I'm like, bro, it's like, do you work? Oh, no, you used to work in Ireland. So I just show up because I love the club. You're like, fucking bless me, good for you. You're down in Cambridge. Love to see it. We just stopped his services for the chopsticks. Love to see it. Bless.
I think the way we're like gonna see in terms of outcome from this centre is Motherwell will go back to their first 20 minutes of being like defensively sound and just try and counter us. But we've just got to like kind of wake up again defensively. His like the fact I'm repeating myself, but in the final third, even though our attacking is always a good threat, we've got to be a bit more decisive, I think, and use that left hand side. We seem to be going down that right hand side constantly. I don't know if you've noticed. It's just like you pointed out, a little 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 between the same freaking 3 players.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same fucking bingo card that you can tick halfway in any Celtic game, isn't it? Defensive lapse in judgment, beautiful piece of attacking play that usually leads to a goal, referee making stupid fucking decision, Brendan Rodgers guaranteed to be standing like this, and it cuts to him for at least 3 seconds so that you can see that he's very much in that classic Brendan Rodgers position, and it will always at least once cut towards Schmeichel just standing there for whatever reason. Like, he isn't even getting talked about, it's just like, there he is. There's Schmeichel, look at him. Look, we know who he is. It's fantastic. Maybe show him when he's actually, you know, doing something. And he hasn't really had to do much in this game. Taylor on the left's a massive miss. Well, he could be. I mean, when you look at the benches and things like that, you know, but it's not as if we have the ability to kind of bring them on, right? Because we do have Carter Vickers, Taylor's there as well. We've got we've got Kuhn, fucking Ida, Palmer, Yang. See, when you look at that bench, right, that bench is strong as shit because you've got Angels as well, right? Like, no matter what, if we start to have like a dip in performance in the second half, the solution is easy. You can just bring on a couple of the key players that usually work out for us anyway, and bang, problem solved. The main issue for us is keeping these three quiet here, because obviously when you look at the way that they play, like Balmer hasn't had too much to do, Gordon's fine, whatever. O'Donnell's had a relatively good game actually, I don't want to shit on him at all, he's been very good. Same with Wilson on the left hand side and Miller as well. But Struwgowski and all that, Halliday hasn't really done too much. I mean, Stammer's been okay, but nothing too particularly notable. Sparrow's had some relatively good moments, so I will say he might be one to kind of watch, especially if they push him in a bit more central, because it would allow Coletta and Halliday to kind of open up these spaces. O'Donnell would fill in here, and it would kind of stop Maeda for getting in behind those like loose spaces that you would probably see. It's an interesting one, because when you look at it as a face value, we can do the right things in the second half. It would just be about making the right kind of changes to counteract what they do. And likewise, Motherwell will be thinking the same. They'll like, right, wait to see what Celtic's first change is, make a change based on that. Because if we go defensive, they'd go attackive. If they go defensive, we'd go attackive. So it's just a push and pull. You'll kind of see who kind of blinks first, I guess, in the second half. And right now, you would say that would probably be more on Motherwell's shoulders to do than us. So we might just kind of stave off the ship, just do what's necessary.
Motherwell will probably also bring on Tony Watt in this second half, I would probably like to point out, as well as the guy that the manager likes to bring on as a attacking midfielder as such option, which is the number 90. I can't remember his name, it's like Tawanda something. Am I right in saying that? His first name is like Tawanda. Can't remember his second name because I mispronounced it the last time. I'm scared to do that again.
Number 2 in the worst places to live in the UK. Fucking honestly, Stoke's just one of those things. See, if there's a way to summarise it, Motherwell are playing what Stoke looks like, just very stale at times, but they have like brief moments where you're like, oh, that's actually quite cool. That's it. That's about like Celtic are playing like Glasgow, right? Like on the east end of things, defensively, shite. Absolutely fucking pointless, right? You've got a couple of really cool little pieces here and there, and Johnston and all that stuff, i.e. Celtic Park and the Gallowgate, but you go forward towards the other side, right? The attacking thine's fine, right? That's where all the rich things are. That's where all the goodness in Glasgow is, so to speak, or in other words, Celtic's attack. Unfortunately, you don't want to go anywhere near towards the kind of southern point, because that's no man's land, let's say. It really should be 2-1. That would probably be a much fairer score, I'd honestly say. The Courtney Sky Rangers will boo that for half time. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me, they boo anything nowadays. Yeah, it's a really good analogy, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the weird way my brain works, but it actually makes sense when you think about it, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, Motherwell are playing like Stoke looks. I'd say that's probably about there, but the second half's about to get ready and underway, I believe, so we're going to get ready to go back into it.
And they're just going to probably as well just use their key man, Lennon Miller, for like everything, because as always he's been their best player.
But ball is rolling, so let's get going. Here we go, Scales, ball, played out towards Trusty, potentially football to be played, that would be nice to see. Johnston. Immediately we're looking for that attack of edge in behind, played out, good hold up touch, not the greatest second one though for Forrest, and he's giving the ball away. I feel like if there's going to be a first change this match, Forrest might be the man that we do it to. Haven't seen too much for the wee man as much as I love the guy.
That's a terrible pass.
Motherwell will have the ball back, let's see if they've made any changes. The back line remains the same, O'Donnell, Gordon and Balmer, it's pretty much as it is. Same with a midfield, although Sparrow has dropped in central, that's what I was saying. They would probably put him in central because he's got a lot more offload, and they've put Miller as their anchor player, and then they'll have Stammer up front. Yeah, absolutely. I called that basically bar for bar. Shite. Right, well there we go. You know what their game plan is? They'll use Sparrow as their offloader, so we need to keep him quiet. It's a great ball over from them. Johnston should deal with that touch fairly comfortably and well enough. Swings it away. Slight chase down that will happen, but nothing too particularly bad from now. Do you think Celtic will go and get Lennon in January? I don't think so. There was a half chance for Celtic there, that's why Flash just had like a mini orgasm there. There was a lovely ball in behind that just didn't quite necessarily get executed. But I feel like we would go for Miller if there is a reason to. I feel like, you know, I mean, like we do have a strong enough midfield as it is, with depth in basically every position. So I feel like if we go for Miller, you need to remember he's more of a central attacking midfielder. Centre mid's more of his like secondary position, so we'd have to use him in a different way. And I don't see Celtic tweaking an entire system just to fit one player in. So I feel like if we do buy him, it would be more of a, if we don't buy anyone else and there's like an injury that happens, it'd be more or less like a backup.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I also think no matter what window it is, if we do go for him, it would need to be in the summer, not January.
Yeah, basically. If Lennon goes abroad, that's what a lot of Scottish football lads do these days. Well, yeah, most of them tend to kind of go out towards Italy and stuff like that, so. Yeah, trust me. There's a lot of places that are not very nice to live in, let's say. The UK do have a lot of those things.
Oh. Okay.
Sure. Chance for Motherwell, actually. They're on the break. And for some reason, no one's decided to cover left.
Close them down.
Switch is high over everybody. There's going to be a slight chase down there. Coletta's on move.
Sparrow had a lot more time on the ball than he thought he did as well, though.
Got back in by O'Donnell, lovely taking touch. Coletta, lovely feet for the
on,
big man.
boys.
That's a ball in, and it's just not enough on it. I'm sure he was caught in two minds between going for a goal and a loop across. Ends up being comfortably gathered by Schmeichel in the end. Could have been awkward for us though. Love to see that enthusiasm, Harry. Absolutely love to see it. Turn away because I need to cough.
You are pardoned.
Oof. That's good for Trusty, right? Come on, football time. Apparently Everton are replacing Calvert-Lewin with Shankland. Well, that will be the biggest downgrade they've probably had in a long time.
Really?
Oh, could be good. Still has it, actually. Good fucking hold-up play indeed. Love to see that. Ball switched in. Maeda's going to not really do much with that one. It'll be cleared away by Zrodowski. No real problems there. Good feet again. Lovely footwork.
Well
Jesus. No worries at all there.
I'm just going to put my little reminder in there for everyone.
Motherwell FC will love to see it. Not usual that you'd have someone coming in saying that for a team like Motherwell, but bless. Oh, it's a good breakout actually. Chance for them. That's a foul. That might be a yellow card as well for Paulo.
Yep.
Straight out of the book. It's a, I mean, nothing else to say about that. It was pretty much through on goal if he got away with it. Good hustle for Miller to get on the end of it. Gets popped down in the end though. There's a chance for Motherwell to swing this one high, so I'd imagine if there is changes to come in, and Giles might be one of the first one to come on for Bernardo, and they might drop McCowan in central and maybe get Kuhn on the right hand side, just so that there's a bit of extra fitness and bodily movement now. Good tackle for the skipper, lovely Johnston. Lays off a cam pass as well. Forrest gets taken out. Don't really think it's a foul, I'll be honest, but we get there. You still worry when Scales tries to play football. Listen, we've been through that wave where we've judged and kind of looked at the way that Scales have played, especially at the start when he first came in. Everyone had doubts and questions above him, myself included, but I cannot say a bad thing about him, especially over the last 6-7 months, man. He's been one of our best players, undoubtedly.
I was going to say, he's been fantastic.
Good switch for Trusty, played out towards the left hand side. I think he was intending it to go to Scales.
He always seems to up his game as well in the big games as well, which you love to see.
It's exactly it, man. It's approachability. They can have the right ideas about the way they do things, and again, Scales is one of those players that's like a set player. You don't necessarily have to worry about him doing anything too bad. Oh, no fucking
Megan
way.
there with the membership.
It's not just the membership, it's the Champions Crew one. Holy shit.
Oh!
You just paid
shit.
You just paid
Oh,
eight.
Kyogo?
Oh, and go to celebrate it, please, Maeda! How the fuck did that not go in? Oh my god, that was massive. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Megan, thank you very much. Very cool. Like, honestly, you're the first Champions Crew person, which means that the next time I'm going to have to, like, fucking, when I go into my members wall thing, you're going to be, like, right there. Bliss. What colour do you want your name in? You get, like, a choice, man. Bliss.
That timing. Right.
And then a minute later, we nearly fucking score like an absolute. Oh, there's a half chance. It's going to be cleared away though. How's your control? Calm enough. Love to see it. How's your switching? Calm enough, but not as good as the initial touch.
I would have went back the way they're real in order to go forward, but fair enough. That's.
Homergy with the badges. You love to see it, big man. He's got it down already. Yeah, you can use multiple colours if you will. I can. Oh, Maeda got so unlucky with that push through, by the way. Nearly worked out. Oh, that could have been good. I'm not complaining. It's a good start to the half there so far. They've had like a half chance, I guess you would say, is Motherwell's best credit so far. But Celtic seem to be doing very much what they were doing for the last 20 minutes of the first half, which is more than fine for us. So we do what's necessary. There's a ball into the box.
Celtic get it to fuck. Holy crap.
Cleared away in the end and comfortably enough. Jesus Christ. Oh, thank you very much. You've gifted a membership as well. Grant, welcome mate. Thank you very much. I suppose you can thank her for that. Pink, a very good choice. I'll make sure. Pink and gold, those are the colours in. Or do you want pink and whites? I'm going to guess pink and white, right? But thank you very much, Megan. That's actual fucking top class ELS. Played out towards the left hand side. Let's get a goal to celebrate. Do it for Megan, man. Come on, let's move. Let's hustle and hassle. That's not how you do that, but we still might keep something. Chance. How's your control? It's good. Opportunity. It's out for a corner though. Just too many stammers around, man. Fuck. Could have been something. Apparently it's 2-1 between St Mirren and Rangers. We'll wait for confirmation on that. Google doing Google things, I suppose. But if it pops up, then my day gets better. That's all I'm saying. But there's a chance for us to double our lead, so let's try and do that and focus on that first corner kick. Paolo swinging it in. Not the greatest corner, I'll be honest. Cleared away comfortably in the end. It's about Rio's switch play again here. Twice in a row, it's not been particularly that good, but can't really complain all that much. Member for a month. Wait, what? Oh, listen, I'm confused. Is that a thing? Can you resub after like immediately subbing before? That's class. Oh, chat half.
I think basically. Oh.
St Mirren had a goal disallowed. That's unlucky for them. Oh, how's your legs, Maeda? Good enough to hassle it. Donald does really well to keep that in play though. Credit to him where it's due. Played out. That's a good challenge actually. I'm not sure if there's going to be a pass out or not. Gaz! What's happening, Gaz? How you doing, mate? You came in at the perfect time. Rangers just nearly went 2-1 down. What's your opinions? Forest? Oh, that's a good pass, Rio. I thought he was going to shoot there. Maybe Valet has the crack instead. Why are we taking these extra touches, gentlemen? Step inside. Ah. Well, Gaz is not too happy. Take a hit, please. One eat that. You've got time to cross that at least. Yes, cross in. Good. Yes! Get in, boys! It's the captain as well! Johnston! Allez, allez, allez! He's done it again, man! Fucking bliss! Gets this captain's armband, gets a captain's goal. Charges into the back post, thunders it in. Beautiful bag, man. That's what we love to see. Canada represented in the best way possible. Lovely header.
Back to the other.
Oh, Valet with a pass. It's Valet to Ali. No way. What a fucking cross indeed. It's just so well placed. Johnston gets up. Oh, what a run. Gets away for his man in time. Jumps up as early as he can. Floats in the air for a half second just to array the point that he is fucking literally a wizard. And then headers it into the corner like it doesn't even mean anything. 2-0. Game might be over now. Boys, we cruise. Yes, sir! Good stuff. Celtic 2 and Motherwell. Now, yass, yass, and yass again, boys. That was a very clean goal, and we might be pushing for a third, actually. Holy shit, Johnston. Opts to cut it back instead, but Motherwell haven't really had their shit. They don't really seem to content in setting their shape, actually, to be honest with you. They seem to be stepping out a little bit. Wait, what? Damn right, we don't want to hear any more about Helicopter Sunday in here, mate. It was a very brilliant goal, Robert. Absolutely top class. Shit, Motherwell are on the chase, so I don't know if he's onside, but for now it's stayed down. Stammer's brilliant work for Trusty, and keeps it out for a corner. I think he used the wee fuck off, like a gesture as if to say that ain't getting past me. Good, we'll love to see that, man. Nah, I mean, Gaz is actually, you know, he's one of those fans that doesn't necessarily care about what we do. He's more, like, interested in his team. I honestly feel for him a little bit. But like I said, St Mirren still have plenty of time in their game to get something if they want it. There's a chip up towards the back. That's loose, but Casper gets it, and I think the flag would have been up for offside anyway. That, yeah, like, just got in front of his man, so it'll be pulled back for a throw, or for a foul, I should say. Game won't be over until we score 2 more. Well, I mean, we are 2-0 up. I mean, Google will update in its own time. Usually it takes about a minute or two, but I can assure you we are 2-0 to the good night. Oh, that's awkward. Maybe a potential foul for someone there eventually is given.
What I was going to say before like all that happened is I think the way the membership like 1 month thing and stuff works is it's like what happens on Twitch with subs where you've got a streak, if that makes sense. So it'll be like 1 month, 2 months.
Oh, so you get like a message or something.
Yeah, so you get like a free message and here's my many months of support, which is nice. I like that.
Oh, bless it. YouTube must have implemented that fairly recently. Again, Google will update in his own time, gentlemen, but it is 100% 2-0. Like, we're near enough, like, fucking 2 minutes after the goals happen, so this is what I'm saying.
But again, like the main man, those that have subscribed, you know, like the stream and are members, God bless yous.
Exactly. Any support is support well supported, and I take every bit of it. Thank you very much. Bernardo's going to swing this corner in. Let's see if there's any corner in. I should say free kick into the corner, hopefully. That's nowhere near anyone. I'll be real, that was just awful. How's the... doesn't necessarily pop up. I don't get why Google has to like make a mockery of me at every opportunity that it has. But
I don't like this. See when it gets into positions like that and we let the ball bounce when it's up in the air. I don't like how we do that so often.
Man, Google really likes to rip the fucking piss. It's 5 minutes after the goddamn goals happened. It's like, yeah. You tell me you don't have one spare employee to update that? What, for fuck's sake? We just need to pull up a different fucking tab entirely if it comes to it, man, because this is getting ridiculous. Oh, definitely. I've got one of the best communities on here, I would say, quite comfortably. It's a small community, but it's a damn fucking fine one. Oh. Well, that looked a wee bit more dangerous than it honestly was. That's a good spread play, actually. Doesn't necessarily work out, though.
Weir's gonna switch. Here we go. James Forrest on the right hand side. Hey, come on, boys. Get another one, maybe?
I thought we'd be smashing, because then maybe Google would have to fucking move our arse. Played into space, there's
that's
potential.
A terrible pass.
And there's a potential break here. There's a rundown, but it should be gathered by Trusty in the end quite comfortably, so vibes. I don't get why it does this. If I do this, does it like... No, apparently it's still just 1-0 on that one. It's like, for fuck's sake, man. See you ever...
Best community on YouTube. Nice kid. Appreciate it.
I'd say so. Definitely no bias towards that at all, by the way. Played in by Rio. There's a potential break down that side. Let's see where we go. Trusty. Calm and convincing enough. Just rolls it out. You have Forrest and Johnson basically playing as overlapping fallbacks with the way that the system's rotating. That's a lovely touch as well, actually. The layoff's clean. How's your control? Fucking beautiful. Cross. Really nice.
That deserves a goal.
Could have been decent.
That deserved a goal.
Oh, the no-looker back heel was nearly fucking bliss as well. Rio receives it back favourite. See where we go with this one. Cuts it across. Let's see. Nice. Central pass. Is a bit slightly overhit. Johnston will get it on the other end though.
Yep. I'd imagine we're going to have a sub in the next 3 minutes. Who do you think is going to be our first sub? Any predictions?
Jesus H. Christ. Ball's played into his... That's a good move. Trusty, good composure, mate. You need to swing that. It's a bit faster though. A third would be fantastic at any given point in time. Not that fucking Google knows anything. Update, please. Well, there's nothing even coming up on the goddamn timeline thing either. It's like they've just given up about trying. They did it in the first half with Rangers, not that let's do it to them now for whatever reason. Know what I mean? Shit is dumb. Hold on, I'm going to switch screens for a second. I'm going to pull up like a different one because this is actually pissing me off just a tiny wee bit.
Three subs for Motherwell, by the way, ladies and gents. Tony Watt coming on as I called. So is the other guy that I called. That I can't pronounce his name, and Robinson as well for Halliday, Davkovsky, and Stamatopoulos.
Right,
what name that is?
Fucking good enough, right? I've found something that might work as a medium. There we go, boys. Updated, it's fixed, fuck it, right? It's good enough, right? I know you can't see like what stats are fully there, but the score lines there, and that's all that fucking matters. Boom. Right, we're back. The glow up is happening. Why did it have to be fucking orange colours? I do not know, but live scores a bit like that. They can't sack the board one, they can't afford to. Giving him a new massive contract was hilarious. Very much in agreement.
And it looks like the Motherwell manager as well has decided to play Tony Watt on the right hand side.
Oh, well, Keller's got a decent.
Interesting.
He's got a decent approach, to be honest with you. I think he has like the right idea about most things anyway. So it's about like persistent pressure for sure. There's a good potential overswinger, please. Doesn't take it. Oh, thank you, Megan. Fuck's sake. Well, okay. Welcome to the membership, mate. Thank you very much for that, Megan. That's very classy, man. One was enough. There's a big chance. Cross it. That's not a cross. Nor is that. Potential to do something. Okay, that was something, I guess. Didn't necessarily work out. Well, that though. Thank you very much, Megan. That's classy, love. You're always going to be a Rangers man. We respect that. That's a good switch potential, honestly. Konnichiwa, Rangers-san. I love that. Technically, I have two parents now then. Yes, let's go. I've got Stephen as the sugar daddy. I've got fucking Megan as the sugar. No, I think she's just being nice for the sake of being nice. You know what I mean? That's classier, honestly. Like I said, best community there is. Rio! Oh my fucking god, that was nearly absolutely top claw. Mate, if that had gone in, I think I would have just died of happiness right there. It's the other half chance as well that they're showing. Jesus, man. Yogi's son. Hey, yo, boo boo. I don't think you should go over there and try and take something from that picnic basket. It has an ID. What? Yeah. Yeah, there's some changes. I know Forest were probably one of the first ones, but Valet coming off for Carter Vickers. So that means Scales is going out towards the left-hand side, I would imagine, right? Bless. There's the main man himself coming in. Best streamer in team in Scotland. That's fucking class, mate. I agree to the team thing. Still 1-1 at Ibrox. I can very much confirm it if you want me to drag it up just to be 100% sure. They did bring on a change. One change. The Sales came on, so I guess there's that, gentlemen. But it's still 1-1 in that game. I can rest assured of that. We're doing well across most other entries as well, boys. And that should fix that as well, just to make sure everything's good.
It's good to see Cameron back on the pitch.
We love you, Carter, waiter. Now score a goal or two, please. For the love of God, it would be nice if he actually does that, man. Returns and just fucking power head off at 30 yards.
Comes on, banks in the head of a corner or something.
Celebrates by jumping into the Motherwell end and just starting scrapping with away fans for the vibe. But they've made a change. Dan Casey's came on. I'm pretty sure that's the name of that fucking surgeon for that one show. What is it? Fucking one of them. It's that Firehouse show. Chicago Fire. That's it. Isn't there a guy called Dan Casey in that? Well, nonetheless, he ain't from Chicago. He looks like a fireman. Don't get me wrong. He has the build for a fireman. But Dan Casey's on. They made a change. So good for them, I guess.
Yeah, that's their fourth sub now.
When you get 100 per month, you'll gift 1,000 membership. If you do that, we could basically afford to just like retire outright. Look cool. I can just buy like a small 10,000 like mobile house, and that's me. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that. You've done more than enough, man. Just showing up is enough. I always say that. I don't ever expect anyone to actually gift memberships or like buy memberships or anything. Best thing you can do, subscribe and like. Subscriptions are the main thing for me, because on YouTube that's like, you know, they base a lot of things on growth. Like YouTube's like a very fine-tuned woman. If they don't see growth, they're not really going to keep interest for too long. It's a ball out towards the left-hand side for Motherwell. That's a potential chance for them to swing it in, and it is a dangerous cross. And I'll tell you what, Carter's first contribution to the game, and he's got the captain's armband. I just realised that's beautiful. But his first contribution is to put in an absolutely beautiful mid-air cut-out challenge. Good to see that his hammies are more than ready to jam. Honest words.
Lennon Miller with a ball in. It's a good ball too, but it gets away.
Could have been dangerous, and I'll tell you what, that's a breakaway play. There's a chase down there. He might just go back to his goalkeeper and hasn't taken the risk. You remember laughing when you saw a young fan at Celtic pub with Kuhn in the back of his shirt? Clearly that kid knew things we didn't. Listen, I've always been an advocate of Kuhn as well. See, every time that happens, I've done it with Maeda, O'Reilly when he first came over, and everyone was like, he might be shy. I was like, no, he's going to be good. But between him, Kuhn, and I would say probably Johnston, because I watched the MLS and knew he was really good at Montreal. And a lot of people were like, well, how's he going to compare? Because I know a lot of people were having questions, especially after when you consider it was like Frimpong and Juranovic, two back-to-back really good fullbacks. And then Johnston seemed like a downgrade, but honestly, he's just as good, if not better, I would say. Maybe not as good as Frimpong. Frimpong is a fucking top-class right-back, but for all intents and purposes, Johnston, top ball. Absolutely love the guy, man. Has the right understanding of passion. I Celtic have had some class players in the time, mate. That's all I can really say to that one. You're trying. Listen, good things come to those who wait. That fucking Schmeichel playing keepy ups. Let's go, son. Get the fucking workout in. We love to see it, man. He just does not care. He's just vibing. Nah, that success is guaranteed by time when it comes to you, Megan. You've got the fucking mentality and the work ethic for it, man. Like, I feel like I do a lot just, like, making thumbnails for these streams and showing up time after time, but I fucking, honestly, I couldn't do half the shit you'd do, especially just the editing process. Man. There's another foul being pulled on there. I thought he was going to brandish a card for a half second, but he opted not to do so in the end, so that's fair enough. Just a slight, don't do that, you dumbass. Zombie scored, but that won't be disallowed. Well, there you go. If it goes 2-1, you know.
Well,
it's a good pass
there's
inside. Let's see where
there's
we go.
another debate to have in the Discord at some point.
Yeah, it's not as if I'm watching the game. I couldn't honestly tell you what's going on in that one. If it's 2-1 to them, then vibes. It doesn't really matter for us. Oh yeah, I mean, if you want a good example, Gukamakis. You know what I mean? Once we realised he was too good, he started expecting way too more minutes. Like, if you back a player too quickly, they grow an ego. If you don't back a player at all, then they're not going to want to stay. There's a shot chance. Good effort again. It's been spilled actually. Hold on, it might not be done. Shot deflected, not really cleared. Might be another chance. Shot spilled and gathered in the end. 3 big opportunities in about as many seconds, honestly. Boxborough in the end gathers it and just about keeps it in under his chest. I don't know how he let the first one get out of his grasp, but he gets it at the third time asking. Could have been dangerous to survive the scare.
It is 2-1 to them. I think my phone just told me that Cherny scored, but that's them.
Google will update in 2026, I know. It's what they do best. It's what they do.
Guys will be relieved at that scoreline. We, on the other hand... Sorry,
I could not care fucking
really
less. Well, there you go, there's a confirmation. 69th minute, Cherny did score 2-1 between them and St Mirren, so there is your confirmation of that. Could be worse. And St Mirren could always get a late goal, you never know.
Scales with a ball through, great idea. Dyson getting there.
Corner maybe, nah, pop back off with Maeda's shoulder, or leg I should say, had been just kind of shouldered out by the Motherwell player in the end, comfortable enough. Kept his man marked, simple football.
Ida and Engels coming on for Celtic here.
2 very progressive types of substitutions. It means we're probably trying to go for that third goal, and I mean Stephen needs one apparently, so there you go. There's lads calling for Angels heads already. I mean, yeah, like the dude's 21, 22. He's playing for a club that has a lot of pressure on them at any given point in time. Like I think a lot of people need to cut the guy some slack. He had one bad game. Oh, Rob, it's not like YouTube content, I guess. That probably the nicest way I can say it without like potentially breaching TOS. But she's a model, for better lack of the term. That's a ball in. Potential for a third here. Shot off the post. Ida nearly gets involved straight away with a lovely kind of trap shot, so to speak. He had to kind of sort his feet out to get it under control. Did really well to actually keep the shot above the goalkeeper. And oof. That could have been 3, I tell you what, man. Stephen, if you're watching that game, that's a moment that you just kind of go, ah, balls. But it's a good indicator if our substitutions came on within the first 30 seconds of just hit the fucking woodwork, so that tells you he's ready for it. He might be trying to hunt down that one. That's more than fine. You enjoy yourself, Megan, you take it easy, love. Thank you for the support today, genuinely, it's my class here.
Have a good rest of your drive, Megan. Thanks for, and yeah. Thanks for supporting again the gifted subs as well, gifted members, sorry, as well as your membership yourself.
Top class as always, man.
I said because I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm sorry, guys.
Man, still learning the transitional errors, but aye, absolutely class. You enjoy yourself, take it easy, and again, if you crash, that would kind of suck. So at least, at the very least, you know, be safe in that aspect, and we'll see you when you're back tonight, man. Take it easy. Motherwell did have a half chance here, but I think that was offside anyway. On both fronts, actually. I'm trying to derive what the joke is there, guys, I'll be honest. Floofball. That's a good ball.
Oh, that's unlucky. Good idea.
Good call, to be fair though. Damn it. We won a third.
Damn it.
Appreciate that, mate. You take it easy, lass. Let's see where this one's going to go. We can do something with this. 13 minutes to get one more goal. Sweetens the pot a little bit. Keeps the goal difference nice and jazzy. I'm going to switch back to the screen just very quickly so I can pull up the Rangers score on fucking live score as well, just because it's ripping the piss and I can't be arsed trying to like...
Come on, Celtic. Can we stop with this ball bouncing shit?
Rangers live score, please, just because I cannot be fucking asked with this thing just taking its time. Boom. Right, I'm not sure how this will probably look on this. It might look a wee bit whack, but I can... there we go. That's actually not that bad. Well, there you go. That's the live score in that game up and running as well, so you should have it on both fronts live and working in conventional order. So make up with the name. Just call it a fucking... I mean, our names are nicknamed.
Cameron Carver-Vickers not happy there between Bernardo and Johnston as Motherwell broke away with the ball. They've now got it in the centre with Miller.
Good switch, actually. Could find something there. It's a pip out though, and we can move that ball with a takedown, and there's a potential to move that fast. We should move it fast anyway. There is a switch, but it's poor as fuck, I'll be honest. Back into open space, and there's a switch across. There's a run down that right hand side, and I don't think Miller's going to be too annoyed with that one. Yeah, 2-1 in the game between Rangers and St Mirren, Chief. Sorry if you're just seeing it. It's going to make some changes. Motherwell have got another one coming on. 24 for Sparrow.
This is going to be their last sub because that's their fifth.
It's going to be the man that they tried to kind of tweak
It
the
is
second
5
half
subs,
around.
right?
Sparrow is off and Moses Abai's on. Also 2 switches, and I honestly think it's a respectable one. They're just probably wanting to try and cause some problems after set pieces now, so you'll expect them to start falling over a tiny wee bit more though. Is that you off, wee man? No problem at all, kid. You take it easy, lad. We're just waiting for St Mirren to score again. Keep yourself under control, way. It's not that bad just yet. Ball's played out. Potential for a third here. Ball across! It's a big chance. How the hell was that not crept in? Maeda stamps his foot in the ground. He knows. Still open for opportunities. Not really dealt with by Motherwell. Still with about 30 yards of range. Paolo, step in. Take it easy, wee man. Enjoy yourself. Put across. Good. Just keeps it composed. 10 minutes to play. Seems like Motherwell have accepted the fact that they're not going to be able to really do much more than play for pride now. Celtic will not allow 2 goals to slip with 10 minutes to go. So we'll try and be a bit more clever. Johnston's just going to kind of side straddle that one. Look for anyone that's open. Bernardo stepping back in there. Eventually kind of gets into the right area. If you hear, honestly, I don't see, like, you know, St Mirren getting a second. If they do, fantastic. But I'm kind of curious to see what the goal was disallowed for. I know I still have a bunch of shit to watch after this as well, man. I've still got like the fucking baseball to watch at one. Oh, that's a lovely touch. Motherwell in behind. Potential one here. Big opportunity goes missing again, man. Johnston gets caught a little bit quietly there, and it's just a really well-timed overlap and run. Takes a perfect touch, and it's just, honestly, he's just unlucky that he doesn't have that support and run at all, honestly. He didn't have anyone there, but Celtic will have to defend from their own throw-in, so that's slight pressure, I guess. What's the Liverpool score? I can't really confirm or deny what the score is. I'm sure Flash can check for me though. Oh, half looper actually. He'd consider that their first shot on target this half. Straight in the hands of Schmeichel, no real problems.
I don't know what the score is because again football services are like having a meh, so I'm just like looking on the side right now. As well as obviously watching the game.
I think it'll probably be one.
Mainly watching the game.
Something like that. You got the Celtic game, you're watching the NFL on the laptop. Is there any NFL games happening this early in the day? Fuck's sake, did they have like 7 AM kickoffs now?
Okay, I've got updates from the game now on my phone, and chance for Arsenal if any of those are interested, and it's in the back of net. For fuck's sake. Well, there you go. Liverpool 1-0 done.
Shocked, surprised and stunned. Oh wait, no, I'm not really. Plus, like I said, my priority's on this game, and right now, we've got a chance to go ahead and make it 3. So far so good. We've got about 8 minutes, whatever's left of additional, well 7 minutes for this point actually I should say, and then whatever's left of additional time. But
with this second half it should be 3-0. Ball going in.
Up high across everyone. That's how this touch is going to be taken down for Rio. He might go for a crack, does. It sails over everything though and comes down a little bit too late. I respect it for the Japanese man, but could not keep it going.
There's an international game today? What?
Interesting.
Bit of a weird town.
There's a pip down, stole by Motherwell. They could get forward with it, and I tell you what, it's a lovely ball in behind. They might have a half chance here. How's your control? Not very good. Not very good at all. Clear away in the end. Should be a foul, but Motherwell get it. Good feet, keeps it close to the byline. Johnston just about hassles him enough. Cross in for Motherwell, and they've got bodies there, and straight into the hands of Schmeichel again. Kind of sticks his hand out almost to give him a half apology, but realistically I knew that one was always going to be pretty comfortable to deal with in the end. Plus I feel like 1 or 2 of them might have been offside. The one that got on the end of it though definitely wasn't. Anybody know the tone score? My next door neighbours are Jody. I don't honestly know what the Motherwell score is. Yeah, the Newcastle score is here, like I said. Motherwell and Celtic's the only visual I have on any game right now. That's a decent pop over. Chase down is on. There's a little bit of a break here. Motherwell are more than happy to just try and hold up, but I believe they were offside with the initial ball over. Chelsea 1-2-1. Well, there you go. There's Parma. Luis is going to get some minutes for Maeda. Only 5 minutes, admittedly, but could be enough time for the Honduran to get a goal and make Stevens' bet come flush. That'd be quite nice, honestly, for him. I'd love to see it, but for now, Parma is on, or at least he will be on once Maeda makes the long walk. Ain't too much time left in this one anyway, so I think Motherwell probably cemented themselves to the fact that they might not be particularly in this game anymore. I appreciate whoever subscribed, that was very kind. I'll just give that a wee check just to make sure. But Palmer's officially on, Stephen, you are spot on. Good step to the side. Chases down and on, there's always opportunities to cut that back, does. Simple enough, big man, love to see it, and we'll keep it under control. Trusting Carter Vickers, just playing as a composed centre back pair in skills. Hasn't actually had a bad shift out of the left back spot, do I point out. He's done his...
that would as if that was going to be lovely.
Still a bit of a press going on. Oxborough's going to send it high, looking for anyone in the midfield that can cause a problem or two. Headed down and away, but... Oh, that's the loose touch that Trusty's known for. Does recover it in the end. Was that Trusty or Carter? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was Trusty.
It was Trusty. He should have just headed it or went the other way.
Oh, that's a good steal for Rio though, and the ball is good as well. The touch from Ida is woeful though. There's always just one mistake out of the kind of sequence of perfection that always just ruins it. Ida's touch there was the one that kills that. Really good chance for an attack. Scales rolls it back. We can go and build up again. Liverpool winning would be quite good, but Arsenal are a good side, especially when they score first. They don't like to kind of shake it down, so you have to look at it like that. Boom, that's a really good exchange actually. Played in central, there's a run down that side. Opening runs are good here, there's opportunities. No one's really taking it though. There's a step in. No real potential there. That's a cut across. It's bounced. It's in. Oh wait, that's in. I thought that went past the fucking post. I'll be fully honest. Ida's just scored. All right. Well, I thought genuinely, even people behind the goal took like a half second to be like, did that go in or not? It was like a really weird touch that went under. I didn't see it anyway, mate. You're more than fine. You're more than good. Don't worry about it, Stephen. You're more than valid. There was only about 5 or 6 seconds of that anyway. That was a well taken pass. And this is what I'm saying. Bring Kuhn on. You get a little bit of fitness in that direct pass. Ida times it absolutely brilliantly. Well timed run gets into there. It just could and have been placed any better.
But can I just point out as well, that was 87 minutes, and Stephen also put a bet on for 87-minute goal.
Honestly, that isn't fucking incredible for every aspect of the world.
You need to buy a lottery ticket, my friend, for cheapness.
That is genuinely insane. Good for you for getting your bet through, mate. Celtic just don't need to score another one now. That's basically it. It's Ida's second goal of the season, so there's that, I suppose. At least in the league play anyway. It's going to be sent high. Motherwell will have to look for something. And my prediction was right too. I did say 3-0. I want to clarify this.
You did say 3-0. Yep. You said 3-0. I said... What did I say? 2-1?
I think you were 2-1, 3-1.
I think I was 2-1.
You absolutely did, Stephen. You absolutely did.
I did get it right in the first half though. There would be a nervy good
bounce touch.
First half, but that's always the case.
Well, there's still a lot of time left in this game. Keep in mind, with additional time, you'd probably get about 4 minutes, I'd say, give or take. Maybe 3 if the referee can't be arsed.
How many subs has there been? 8?
Give or take, yeah.
I would say 4 minutes would suffice then.
Good to see either score. Still not sure about him yet, but I mean, I definitely could have had it wasn't the best goal I'll ever see, but it was a well-timed run, well placed. Like, I genuinely thought he'd missed it. Like, it just looked like he'd missed it. But no, it crept into the back corner, so I'm happy for him, man. It was honestly, it fooled me for a second.
We'll get to see the added on time in the next 20 seconds as Celtic just play the ball around the back, like just basically practice passing.
From this point, it wouldn't be more than 3 or 4. No major injury stoppages or anything like that anyway, so anything more than that would be a tad ridiculous, I'll be honest. There's a switch out for Motherwell though. Doesn't necessarily get dealt with. There's a potential break runner in here. They're opting to play it careful.
And here comes the board. It is 4 added minutes.
Yeah.
It is 4 added minutes.
1-1 between Arsenal and Liverpool, apparently. That's good. Fantastic. Good for us then. Played short. There's an indirect route here. How's your chase down ability? I like that slide tackle, cut the straight run. I fucking love that so much. Buys the foul, but instead gets the advantage play instead. So maybe we are breaking forward. Either gets decked. Then Kuhn gets clipped. One of them has to be a foul. Yep, and a yellow card does come out. Van Dijk scored. Ah, well, I love it. Celtic popping off on all fronts, man. Gordon's gone into the book, I believe. For that delayed one on Ida as well, because it was just kind of a half chopper. How many assists for Kuhn now? This season, I think 4 or 5. I'm not sure for league play, but I think about 4 or 5 at least. Yeah, studs out and everything, by the way. That's a red card offence. Maybe that needs fucking VAR reviewed and you can spend 5 minutes staring at that. He's lucky, because if Ida had his foot down there, that could have genuinely been an ankle snapper. Definitely rode the luck with that one. Should have been a bit more than a yellow, but They get away with it. Still think Motherwell and Dundee United
They
are
got
beating
away
the
with it.
Rangers next. Potentially. I don't think it's too dangerous now. Good day at the office. A very good day indeed. About what we expected. There's still a few minutes left of this one, and then I'd imagine a couple of minutes between the Rangers and St Mirren game that we'll kind of have playing down there for a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to look at the monitor for a potential red card.
Yep, I told you it would have to be something they'd have to check if they were willing to do it for us for a fucking minor call. They have to do it for one that's quite major like that. They'll have to review it.
Although again, this is where it definitely is a red card.
It's a red,
but again,
yeah.
this is another inconsistency. Because where the fuck was this for the fucking penalty?
Well, we'll have to call it back when the game's done and it doesn't matter, but they're going to obviously be like, oh, 10 men, Motherwell lose to... Like, bro. It's a definite red card. You know, it goes through the back of him, doesn't get anywhere near the ball, catches there. Like it's just really good that Ida's leg was going into the air rather than being planted down, because if it was the other way around, that's a broken leg. And as he's going to take the yellow card out, it's going to be a straight red. He's off. He's gone. And he can complain all he wants, but it's 100%. Aye, but he's playing in a much lesser league now. I would say, but if you're comparing it, man, I feel like you could probably get a good few goals out in that league yourself, Rob. I appreciate that, James. That's very kind of you, brother. Thank you very much. Till next time, big man. We got about probably one last chance if we decide to go now to make it 4, but I think Stephen would very much prefer it the other way, and I'd be happy with my prediction.
I think there'll be like another minute onto this 4, by the way, with the time that VAR took.
Well, Fir Park's cleared out like someone's just dropped a belter of a fart in the crowd. That's a potential 4-4 actually. It's a bounce up and away, and the last chance for us will come from a corner. I agree with Scott. I'm like Gukimakis did one out, so it'd be hard to make the argument. It would have been good though, for sure. For the first 20 minutes being as bad as it was, the response has been very good for us. This is kind of what we needed. I think there's a yellow card coming out there.
Giacomakis not only wanted it, but he wanted it to the point where he thought he was like better than the club, and no one's above the football club. That's what pissed me off about that, was his attitude.
Guy on Sky Sports News has said put from Rangers and 2 lucky goals. Well, I mean, if that's how they're summarising it, that's how they're summarising it, but I can't say I've seen the game from my own perspective, so I won't say anything until I've seen what St Mirren's goal was disallowed for and what everyone was complaining about for Rangers' second, but it was kind of what I was expecting. I'm very, very happy all across the board, you know what I mean? We wanted a good, simple, convincing victory. We got a good, simple, convincing victory. It's about what you would expect. I like that, just take no chances, get that back to the goalkeeper if anything. The whistle should be going any time now, and once this is punted up, most likely. Man, they really try to drag the arse out of this one. We've played an extra minute.
Guys, you say we were never losing today, but if Motherwell actually scored one of their half chances in the
they could have
speed
2 up in 20
different
minutes.
ball game.
Like, sure, we still would have won the game 3-2 and it would be vibes and all that good jazz, but like, if it's 2-0, you have to build back from that, so. Offside for St Mirren's, right? That's fair enough then. I'm not sure on Rangers
okay,
second.
ref, I said one added minute for this VAR, but we're like into 96 now.
Sidestep inside, potential for one last break, who knows?
Oh,
Actually, there's potential for one last break, is it 4? He's hit the side net and Palmer, no.
It should have been 4. It should have been 4.
That is so unlucky. I mean, it's a sitter. I feel bad for him because he should have just took it on his left, but he tried to shape it with his stronger foot and it just isn't good enough. Unlucky. I mean, he's smiling about it, so you can kind of be like, fair enough, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a bad miss, it just wasn't well placed.
And that's the full-time whistle.
Game, set. And a match! That's a fucking belter of a win for us. I'm very pleased. Now, you know the draw. I'd recommend turning down your volume a little bit if you don't know what's about to happen. But for anyone that's new here, I'll give one last check to make sure that we haven't gained anyone new in the last time since we're not. 1463, bless, we love to see it. Well, I'm about to get up and yell very loudly, so you know the drill. Zoom in screen. Aye, what's happening? Yep. Oh, right. So, I guess we'll cover a few bases. So, Megan, for the fucking gifted subs and the championship subscription thing, bless, your name will be in pink for the next stream, do not get me wrong. But also Celtic for the victory, for the win. Fucking yes! Sir! Let's go, boys! Back on top! And we never stop. That's a fucking beautiful win. Get it right up them indeed, Chateau. Get it right up them indeed. We win. That's all we wanted. That's all we needed. I am pleased. I am very, very chuffed with that. I don't know if... Oh, right, okay, they managed to fix it right at the end there, but I guess you can get more like an appreciative rundown with the Google stats, but there we go, got record in the 93rd, bliss. And we scored in the 88th, which is always nice as well. Pretty much about as convincing as we could ask. Just going to pull up very quickly when our next game is, because I'm sure a few of you will be curious, but it's right before Halloween. Celtic versus Dundee. Literally, by the time the stream is done, it will be about an hour or two before Halloween actually hits, but that's the next time that we'll live for that. And I'm pretty sure the other game's still going on. It is, but it's in the kind of tail end of that, so we'll kind of see how that one goes for the next minute or so before we fully give up like decent wrap-ups and stuff like that. Beating teams before we get on the pitch sometimes. I wouldn't say that, we had to do a lot of work. How you doing, Aaron? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're well. If you just came in at the end, you picked the perfect time to do so. Hello, the Canadian captain, damn fucking right. Motherwell did have a good game, right? They had a really good first 20 minutes. They just couldn't hang in there for you know, all intensive purposes. I guess they just couldn't hold on across the whole 90. Again, I think St Mirren will probably have a similar story to tell based on what people are saying about the game between them and Rangers at Ibrox, but nonetheless, I'm not complaining about it there. Honestly, the result was what we needed, for real. But for anyone in here that's new, or for anyone that has a chance, do you not see the final score, Chief? Oh shit, my bad, sorry. There you go, Brant. Ends 3-0, that's the full-time score. The other two games are running alongside there. You're off to watch NFL. What NFL game is it you watching, man? Like, who do you rep? Because I have like a soft spot, I'd say, between like the Cleveland Browns, because I started, like, I heard about them for their 16-0 season, like the losses. But if not them, then maybe the Broncos, just because I don't know, the Broncos just seem funny to me. They're either really good or really shit, no in between. No problem at all, Stephen. It's been a pleasure to have you in here, brother, as always. Thank you very much for coming along, mate. Enjoy yourself. Well, Homer, if you join the Discord that's down in the description, you can basically talk to any one of us at any given time of day. You got X-rayed? Oh shit. I hope the X-ray went well, mate. Genuinely do hope so. Well, the game's still going on. And we're glad you're here, Homer, mate. We're absolutely glad you're here. Everyone is welcome. Oh, the Ravens. To be fair, yeah, I can get that. The teams in Dot Purple teams are good, because I know you've got the Minnesota Vikings, they kind of dress in the same way, but I feel like if you have like a comparison of uniforms, the Ravens have nicer uniforms, and I would much like prefer to be known as a Raven. You know, that'd be like a cooler, like, you know, I was a Raven back in the 2020s, and you'd be like, oh, that's cool. I'd love that. Your cousin played in the NFL in the late 70s for the Green Bay. Oh, fuck, for the Packers. Damn right, back when they were actually alright. I know during the 70s it was the Miami Dolphins, right? They were like the dominant force for some reason. They just went out of nowhere and went like undefeated. They had a couple of really decent players throughout their time as well. I know my favourite ever like quarterback type, Dan Marino. I don't know why, that guy was tiny, but he was a baller. That man could throw. He could throw so well. Holy shit, man. Like, my dad always used to talk about watching games where he was in it, especially for the Dolphins, because he never won. obviously the Lombardi, so in his eyes he feels a wee bit with that one. Yeah, don't worry, we'll be in the Discord about half an hour afterwards. That's the way that it kind of works. There's a Discord link that's down in the description. You can click on that and that takes you through. Flash has also been numerous times throughout the stream been posting a link, which is what you can click on to join as well. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything for it unless you're obviously wanting to be in like a specific channel, which is the private channel for members, which you would need to be a second tier member for. But besides that, everything else is free access. You can talk on every channel that you want to, and we have open VCs that people can join and just ask questions about after the game, as long as you keep it respectful, of course. If you stick by the Discord rules, you're more than welcome to join us, mate. Got about 50 people in there as of right now, I think, so if you want to join us, more than welcome to do so, Chief. But I don't think there's too much else to necessarily cover. Like I said, the next time we'll be live is that 1/30 of October, always interesting. Right before Halloween as well. I don't know if I'm dressing up for that, I will be fully honest. If it was on 31st, I probably would 100% would, but the 30th was just before it, so part of me is like, Apparently it's full time between that other game as well. I'm guessing it finished 2-1 between Rangers and St Mirren. Let me just load that to confirm it. Yep. It did indeed. Well, there you go. Fair play to them, I guess. That's, you know, give them something and close this down now. Save myself a little bit extra storage towards the end of this stream. But yeah, I think for all intents and purposes, not a bad game of football for us. I am quite content with it. I feel like we could have played a lot worse, given the circumstances. And again, when you look at the stats, definitely not that bad. And more importantly, the table looks very good for us. We're now 12 points clear ahead of Motherwell. Rangers, of course, they're still 6 points behind us. Aberdeen right on our tail, but the goal difference of 13 makes sure that we are vibing. I should probably pull up the other table because this is the one that you can probably see. I should just make sure. Let me load up Streamlabs. There you go. But there you go. That's the table. St Mirren are still down in 10th, which is a bit sad for them. But for the rest of the league, it's actually pretty close-knit when you take out the top two. When you do that, it looks a lot more less dangerous. I mean, honestly, it's open for the rest of them, but between Celtic, Rangers and Aberdeen, Celtic and Aberdeen are the one that have definitely taken the bigger incentive to start with. Likewise everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm just going to get the outro music up and running and then we'll bail out and enjoy ourselves. Get myself a wee break and stuff. Enjoy my little celebratory victory. But like I said, 30th, we'll be live about 7:30 for that game, so we have a bit of time. I don't mind it being 3 days for now, especially it being a later kick-off. It means I don't need to wake up and do everything like last second, I guess. I appreciate Megan as well, genuinely. She'll have her name in glowing pink, don't you fucking worry. I'll make damn well sure she's the first one to ever be a top tier member, so genuinely class. And thank you as well, Mark, genuinely been top class the entire stream. Harry, thank you very much for joining us as well. Absolute bliss to all yous, man. Top class, every single one of yous, nothing but respect. But I do need to be able to get ready to go, so we know the drill. Time to switch to the zoom in screen and wrap this one up. So, thank you for watching, thank you for coming along, thank you for taking the time to stop in, even if it's been for a minute or for the whole stream. Absolutely best result possible for us, man. I am more than chuffed with the way we played. A very shit 20 minutes followed up by a very convincing 73 goals, very good ones as well. McCowan's definitely goal of the day, and that will probably be the one that gets clipped, so keep an eye out for that one. That will be up about maybe an hour or two after the game. Maybe it depends, honestly. So we love to see it. You can go down in the description, and the man that's just came up in the comments there, thank you for joining us, Flash. We love to see it. You can go into the description, please go into his channel, have a look through some of his stuff. He doesn't upload just Celtic stuff. If you want something that's a bit different, you've got that as well. And I think that's basically everything that I need to kind of worry about and cover for the most part. So we know the drill. I'm going to bail for now, enjoy myself, do what's necessary. Catch you Arthur. Appreciate you being in here as well, Chateau, man. Thank you for being on this stream. Thank you to anyone that's tuned in. Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. We know the drill, boys. Until next time. See yous before pre-Halloween. Woo!